Oh, it's to see a follow here from Sansbar. Welcome to Spuddy Stream Sansbar, and you're in just in time for quite the matchups tonight. We have count 'em, four series for you all. First of all, a bit of introductions. Hello, my name is Spuddy FC, as I see all of you. I am a caster commentator, and have been doing this for a very long time. We're nearing 1 year as a commentator. Man, don't worry. That day, that first day I did commentary, man, it was a great amount of time. It was a great fun. It was absolutely amazing. And of course, we have some series here tonight. 4 of them for the Black Line Championship Series. Let's take a look at that schedule. A little bit bigger than usual. Usually you have 2 or 3 matches tonight. Well, no, today we got 4. And all coming in very quickly compared to each other. We're starting with Sloth Brigade versus MAAD Sauce. Then we'll go to Yorfering Moonstone versus Sloth Elite. We'll go to Roger Williams University Esports versus Distinct Savants, and we'll end off with Flow State versus Washed Champs. I'm actually really interested in that last match, but I mean, all these matches are great. All these matches are going to be high level. They're going to be fun. They're going to be chaotic. They're going to include some great plays, some winners as well. To figure out who those winners are, well, you're at the right caster. You're at the right place for them. Remember, our first match is Sloth Brigade versus MAAD Sauce. What a series it is. As we go to our team page, I am definitely going to make sure I get the info up for these teams actually while we're talking about this. This is the first week of the Black Line Championship Series, Season 11 series in this league, and I'm now finally here. It's great to be here. Great to be starting this season as well. Sloth Brigade, MAAD Sauce. We've seen both these teams. We've seen MAAD Sauce play before in the qualifiers for their Winter Invitational, which you'll see 2 matches of that later tonight. That'll be our second and third matches. As a follow coming in here from Cherry Coke. Welcome to Spuddy Stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Means an absolute a lot. Let's actually take a look at MAAD Sauce, how they're doing right now in there. Well, MAAD Sauce, they had a tough time in that Invitational. They're already out. They went 0-3. In there, they lost every single series. In fact, they're only able to win a single game against 3 different opponents. So, not the start that they want. But this is where they can really make some heads turn. Because we're going to start with this series here. Again, it's Sloth Brigade, MAAD Sauce. And actually, before we do that, let's get a prediction poll. I am an affiliate, so we can do this. Let's get it going. It is, again, Sloth Brigade, MAAD Sauce playing, and the prediction poll, vote for who you think will win. Out of the 2 of them, there are 2 different opponents, so again, make sure to predict correctly. There you go. I'll be sending out to both teams. They'll both be joining anytime soon. But here comes our prediction polls. Let's see what you all think will happen. I do see a lot of MAAD Sauce fans here, so definitely, I think I know where the chat's going to be leaning. But any Sloth Esports fans, this is not the only match with your organization appearing tonight. The next series after this, which will be part of the Invitational qualifiers for the Winter Invitational, held by Black Line Championship Series, will also feature a Sloth team, Sloth Elite, as they try to take on Yorfering Moonstone for a chance at Stage 2. Man, goodness. You're totally not a... Veltec, you know what's the funny part? I don't know which Sloth team you're in. I'd have to look at that. See if I can find you, Vel, and see what team you're on. There you are. Let's see if I can see. Let's see what team you're on, Vel. If you are on a Sloth team. APOC. I'll be honest, I have no clue what the APOC team is for Sloth. I am very new to this stuff, but you know, hello, Veltic. There you are. Let's see what Sloth team you're on. What team are you on, actually? Oh, that's not. Oh, that's the wrong one. It is. I'm getting off track, but it's fun. You are. Oh, Apocalypse. You are on APOC. Veltic, you know, funny, very funny. No, you're fine. But here you go. The first of 4 series. That's my brother. Okay, got it, Phil. Got it, your brother. Again, we are waiting for other teams to join. They do have a couple minutes to do so, so we're waiting for that. But again, this is Sloth Brigade, MAAD Sauce. These teams trying to get their start here in their respective divisions, as they are part of the Contender series. That series, pretty high up. It's in that top echelon. It's above the Academy division. For those of you wondering, but yeah, that is the lowest. It's the lowest division or series in the main Blackline Championship series run. But obviously, they have like 6 different divisions. They're all over the place sometimes. There's so many different teams, and they're gonna try to see if they can fight for a higher position later on after this. As here comes MAAD Esports coming in with the fall. The whole organization's following. As well as Mabuti. Oh. The shade phone. No, it's not shade. It's just me reading information. Although, and you know, maybe it comes off as a bit of shade. No, there's nothing wrong. Remember, whatever you think I say, remember, you're always better than me, because I don't play this game anymore. So whatever happens, you can always say, well, I'm better than Sporty. And you'll probably be right. As here comes MAAD Astro with the follow as well. A couple follows coming in. Welcome, everybody. As I see you, I'm Sporty FC. And there's a reason I do commentary. It's because I suck at Rocket League. No, but also because I love it. Sloth Brigade, MAAD Sauce. Gonna be our first series of the night. As again, we're making sure that both teams are joining the lobby on time. Go to the in-game. I don't see anybody. But sure we'll get them in here anytime soon. Oh, not that. There is no one else in the lobby. So I have sent them both the information to join. I don't know. Oh, up. One of them's gonna be messaging. Is crack gameplay? Nice. Nice one. Yeah, no, this is gonna be great. Oh, now we've heard. So MAAD Sauce are joining. And on the side of Sloth Brigade, they're currently having a tactical poop. Actually, a tactical pee. But anyways, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna ask. That's too personal. But yes, one of them is going to the bathroom right before the series. Probably a good idea. You don't want to go pee in the middle of your match. That would not be helpful. Also, I know when you want to go pee, you get really jittery. Surprisingly, this happens a lot more than you think. Where a lot of teams are like, well, we're going to be a little bit late because one player's going to the bathroom. But I feel that. I understand. Anyways, that prediction poll should be closed by now. It is. And yeah, the votes are all tallied up. See, let's see who wins the votes actually at the end of this. Again, we are making sure that both teams are joining. Of course, have heard from Sloth Mafia that they are going to be a bit slower than usual. MAAD Sauce should be joining any moment now. Both teams do have time afterwards, so no issues with that. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing evening. I'm doing pretty well. I did have to make all these graphics pretty quickly, but yeah, I'm fine with it. My stream's pretty, you guys can see, my stream's pretty barren, so not too hard. To be honest, I'm seriously considering if I should, I have like a plate of food next to me, because it's going to be a long night, So I'm playing. So I might try to. Maybe I have a carrot because I do have some carrots next to me. Maybe I have a carrot. I'll mute myself obviously, but I'm wondering if the other teams joined, and I'm still eating that carrot. How's Halloween? Halloween was fine. I didn't do anything on Halloween. Actually, I did something. I commentated a match for a different league on Halloween. But other than that, no, I haven't really done much. I didn't really do much on Halloween. There's a lot of staying home. But I did go to the gym, so that was nice. Well, and we are waiting on the teams to join. Again, we are falling a bit late, but it's not too much of an issue. Both these teams. Okay, I hear from Sloth. They are joining as well, so that might make this a little bit nice. That might make this easier. Let's see if is anybody. No, no one else is in here with me. I feel so alone. Forfeit incoming? I doubt it. Both teams have messaged. I don't think we're gonna be seeing a forfeit. However fun you think a forfeit is, we're not seeing a forfeit. Both these teams have messaged me. We should be getting them in sooner or later. Well, that's one team in. As Sloth Brigade in the lobby. There we have Brigade in the lobby. You can see there's Tizpool, Kiwi, and Jord. Ah, there they are. Godzilla, Arkanator, and Chaotix. Well, it's a best of 5 series here. Oops. You know, actually, you know what? 1 second. I actually need to do something. 1 second. Of course, we're just a few moments away from starting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just need to confirm something with one of the teams right now. It should be quick. Hey, there we go. Get ourselves going. In the series, the first of the night. And it's Sloth Brigade, Mad Sauce to take the field. Sloth Brigade in the blue, Mad Sauce taking the orange. And here we go. Contender Series action here. Last time we saw Mad Sauce, again, it was a loss for them. They didn't have a very good time in the qualifiers in the Stage 1 qualifiers. When being able to take a single game off of any of their 3 opponents. Thus eliminated from the Swiss tournament. Jord, though, looking for a ceiling shot early. But in this contender league, they're going to feel a little more at home, a little more comfortable. These are teams that are meant to be closer to their rank, whereas in that invitational, they can face off teams from any real division. As Chaotix off the back wall, Jord is waiting. That's us. Now starting to move on to offense. Shot. Saved. Chaotix to follow. And still waiting is Sloth Brigade. Brigade definitely gives you the sense that they play like a team. And they work as a team. But right now, that team is working. But not in the right direction. Mad Sauce to score first. As Nutzilla just kind of steers this one into the open net. Chaotix got a really great beat in the midfield. Played that one fast, and so many times when you're in offense, you have to rely on that third man, making the decisions that you have to rely on. That one there, just not the right decision, a little too late on the challenge there. And now Mad Sauce are in the lead. Godzilla pinched away. Arkanator gonna look up to jump on this one, but Kiwi will clear it. And one thing that can benefit MAAD Sauce, if there's anything they can take away from that tournament, wait a second, oh my goodness, Arkanator, what a shot. They're just going to cut me off right there. But really, what was incredible about this, Nutzilla with that redirect. He was looking for a double tap too, I mean, he wasn't going to get it. But Arkanator comes in with the follow through. And right now, MAAD Sauce are 2-0 up in game 1. And one thing I definitely should say, if there's any good thing they could take out of that, out of losing 3 times in a row, is that right now they look like they might go 3-0 up actually, as Chaotix booking us one off the back wall. Nutzilla in, saved by Jord. One benefit they can take is that they did play off against a lot of opponents who are better than them. And they can definitely use that to kind of train themselves, get better, as here comes Chaotix down the field. Toe touches in front for Arkanator to follow through. Saved on the line. Here comes Nutzilla though. One more, that one saved by Jord. Sloth Brigade having to face a lot of defense right now. MAAD Sauce taking to the air aggressively in front of that blue net. Don't want to leave that aerial play alone. And a lot of what MAAD Sauce does, it starts from a solo play, and then it transitions itself into just a ton of shots. If that solo play does come through, if they can get their chances, and you start to see a lot of pressure added on by MAAD Sauce. Jord, though, with some time here for himself, shot with the back wall. Arkanator keeps it close. Now he's the one to clear it away. Nutzilla waiting. Zilla. Pass 2! And Nutzilla with an open net. Can he steer it in? No, Tisbull on the line saves it. Had to get back in time for that one. He still has 50 boost. He can still challenge Chaotix. And he does win this one. Arkanator. Looking for a pass up, but Jord is waiting. Chaotix. Clears it away. This game feels like it's kind of steering its way into a bit of a halt, but both teams still getting offense. It's still MAAD Sauce that's in the lead. It's still MAAD Sauce that is able to actually generate offense. Sloth Brigade have had difficulties getting up into that orange hat before getting challenged by a Sloth Brigade player. And they transition it to a solo play. And a solo play it is! Nutzilla 07! Got the dunk play off of Tip. I was going to talk about how quickly they transition. And this is the perfect example. Nutzilla with a double tap, right off the dunk. And it's Red Falcons to raid with 8. As well as Red Falcons, thank you so much. The first series of 4 tonight. Sloth Brigade currently down at 3-0 to MAAD Sauce in game 1. Tisbull with Jord to collect. Arkanator, but dunked away by Jord. This one down, Tisbull up to himself, trying to look for a second touch. Trying to look for a goal here for Sloth Brigade, but still saved by MAAD Sauce. Haven't had to play a lot of defense on their goal line. But when they have, they've been able to come up with the save when necessary. Tisbull keeps it close. Starting to buy some space here is Sloth Brigade. You can see pushing up here, keeping the ball a little closer instead of trying to go for these 50-50s or these kind of aggressive plays out of defense. They said they're now using the midfield. Just dribble the play through as Tisbull in front. Tisbull can't score it. And Nutzilla will demo him for those efforts. This one, not quick past Jord, but Chaotix to clear. Kiwi back. Arkanator's waiting. And Arkanator missed. This should be a goal. But Kiwi skies it over the bar. This follow through is saved. And Kiwi, with what was probably the most open net that could have given Sloth Brigade an early goal. In game 1, not early, but a goal in game 1. And they still couldn't put it in. Arkanator demoed away by Tisbull. Kiwi, Sloth Brigade adding some offense. Late game pressure. Tisbull down to Jord. But saved by Nutzilla. Kiwi with the dribble and Arkanator jumps on through. Arkanator decided to play that aggressive. Seeing his team how defensive they were playing, how far back they were playing, that early challenge definitely was useful. This one down, Chaotix will follow through. And MAAD Sauce, they had to play so much defense. It felt like millions of chances were against them. And all it took was one chance for them to get a goal the other end. A tap down from Nutzilla down to Chaotix. And MAAD Sauce, that should secure game 1. A 4-0 lead. And the pressure now put on Sloth Brigade. Arkanator still looking for another goal is MAAD Sauce. You can see just how comfortable they are right now. A lot of offense. They very seldom play defense, except for that late game flurry. It really didn't feel like they're under much pressure. And right now, MAAD Sauce with a very clean first game win. With that, now we move on to game 2. MAAD Sauce, 4 goals, almost 5 actually at the end there. That one will give them the early advantage. As you can see, every player getting involved, but look at Nutzilla. 7 shots, 2 goals. If there's anything you could take away from any of these players, is that Nutzilla is the aggressor for his team. And we saw that one. We saw that especially for everybody on Mad Sauce. Just going in, playing, just shooting as many times as they can. And Sloth Brigade is having troubles keeping up with that. The shots have not been terrible, but but it is a decent amount less. As a follow coming in from Mad Neon as well. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. Thank you so much. We get into game 2. Rip stream. What happened, Falcons? Stream shouldn't be dead. Yeah, stream is not dead. Tisbel into the corner and trying to start off something great. Is this team in blue? Wait, chat, if I am still running, right? My stream's still going? I just say like yes or 1 if the stream's still running. Jord. Given away by Arkanator. Arkanator's gonna keep this one. And that's what's so good about this Mad Sauce team. They whenever they get a touch out of defense, they make sure to try to follow up on it as best as possible. They don't always do it. There's a massive lag spike. Yeah, that's expected to happen. Arkanator will score. Yeah, you took my mind off that play a little bit. Let's see what happens here from Mad Sauce. Oh, great challenge from Nutzilla on Tisbel. You can see, very quickly, did the team just jump on. We're good now? Thanks, Falcons, for the update. Wait, Falcons, how was your stream? How did your stream go? I forgot to ask. What were you doing? Oh, geez, Arkanator. Gonna pinch this one. Mad Sauce trying to add another goal. They're only up by 1, and that lead is in jeopardy. Sure, they've never given up a goal, but you think that statistic can't last for very long. As we saw what this Sloth Brigade team can do at the end of Game 1. They can do the pressure game as well, but it does seem like they have difficulties actually generating that pressure. As Mad Sauce, their challenges in the midfield result in that pressure. You can see just how quickly they love to jump on these things. They stay very close in rotation. And they never leave either. And you can see that's generating offense, that's generating goals. And Chaotix here will get his goal. As you can see just how quickly he jumped off of that one. The ball didn't even hit the ground. Doing something as you guessing Blackline. Oh, what series was it, Falcons? How did it go? I believe I'm not wrong, you were doing commentary for Distinct Savants, which we will actually see later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. About an hour from now. As this one scored by Nutzilla. 3-0 now. In favor of his team. The player has a goal. Arkanator actually has 2 assists. With this pressure, Mad Sauce just trying to make this series as uninteresting as possible. Trying to win it without any sort of realization that they could lose. As Arkanator realizes he didn't make contact with that ball, Chaotix. Here it's still Chaotix. Arkanator looking for the demo play. We see his view. Chaotix in front. Nutzilla was going to chase down, but Kiwi there in time. And Kiwi almost gets a dunk as well. And with that kind of aggression from Kiwi, Sloth Brigade has some offense for themselves. Tisbel still cleared away by Arkanator. And you can just see they got some pressure, but it immediately dissipates. Mad Sauce just challenged their play so perfectly, and then they follow it up as well. Their challenges are nothing unique. We've seen a lot of teams that can challenge extremely well in the midfield, but the fact that they can follow up every single challenge, that's what makes them so dangerous. It's Chaotix down to Nutzilla, but still saved by Tisbel. Infield for Chaotix. Sloth Brigade stuck on defense. A repeating story, a broken record. It just seems like they can't find ways to break out, but Mad Sauce is giving them some chances. They are sitting pretty far back. And on the occasion, sometimes that happens with their challenges. You see a double commit. Okay, now going up, taking the boost. We're allowing Nutzilla to come in, try to look for a passing play, but taken away by Jord. Chaotix trying to double himself, but Demo Tisbel will fire this one long. And you can see Kiwi jumping up for it, but faster was Nutzilla. And Nutzilla's still looking for challenges. Doesn't make contact Jord with the boost game and the 50-50 in his favor. Arkanator waiting back. Jord on top of it. Will bump him out. Jord still on top, but Chaotix gonna fire that one away. Kiwi Off the back wall, looking to get rid of Nutzilla as well, the only defender in that play. That was back on the line. Nutzilla going for demos, looking for players to beat. A flick in front, but no one follows. He has no boosty. Really doesn't have much of a play there. Now Sloth on the other end. But Mafia, I like what they're doing here, especially when it comes to them mixing up this play. Not always going for solo plays, not always going for passes, not always going for just a massive shot. Sometimes you see them change things up. You see them change up. Maybe last time they went for a pass, and now they go for an amazing shot. Maybe now they go for a demo. Their offense is varied. And that backboard could be doubled on. Disbro was only inches away from that goal. Nutzilla trying to get past Jord. Can do so. Now on Kiwi, 50 into the corner. And some space for Mad Sauce. A bit of breathing room here. As Sloth trying to go the other way, but Nutzilla can't beat Jord. Arkanator down to Chaotix. An unintentional back pass from Arkanator, but will favor Mad Sauce. Nutzilla, with his speed, he can outpace Tip to this one as well. And it's still Nutzilla. Arkanator fakes on one. Flick out to Chaotix. Mad Sauce trying to find each other in offense. Nutzilla with the dunk, keeping the play going. And so long as Mad Sauce continues to do this, game 2 will be theirs. Jord gonna flick away. Chaotix off the back wall. Maybe a follow-up from him in front, but Nutzilla is not risking that challenge immediately. And let his team get behind him first. His Tip past Chaotix. Nutzilla's on that side. He will not challenge. He'll let Arkanator do it himself, but disconnect on the defense will allow Sloth Brigade to get their first goal of the series. With only 10 seconds remaining in game 2, it would take them a miracle on the kickoff to get even close to a tie game. Sloth Brigade, it's a step in the right direction for them. Last game they got swamped. This game, a little bit closer. With these little baby steps, they can make a huge leap in game 3. Nutzilla. Seeing if maybe Mad Sauce can get another goal to end this one out. Still in front. Arkanator will score. And that goal definitely going to seal this game too. If it wasn't sealed already, Arkanator just adding another one. Resetting the purpose of Mad Sauce, who now are up 2-0 in the series, looking to get a third game and sweep out their opponents. Week 1, a good result, definitely something the team wants. As this one, we're going now to our second, our third game, not our second game, our third game. But I do like what I'm seeing from Sloth Brigade. You can see them mix up their offense. They still are losing in the shots game. In-game graphic was scuffed. What's scuffed about it? Scuffed about the in-game graphics. Falcons. Because it might be something that usually happens with me. I know my graphics look terrible. They're not amazing. I know that. But look at Sloth Brigade here. They're gonna take I think they're taking this whole minute. The score? What do you mean the score? The series score? The game and the timer. Oh, is it skipping sometimes? Yeah, sadly, I don't know if there's much I can do about that. My computer can only do so much, and it's dying on me. I need to replace it. Which I will be doing. I will be replacing this computer soon. Just don't know exactly when, and don't know exactly how much it will cost. We're getting ourselves into game 3. Mad Sauce only one game away from a series win. The other side, Sloth Brigade, got one goal last game. Can they add a couple more? Because right now, there's been no shortage of goals on the side of Mad Sauce. 5 in game 1, 4 in game 2. Trying to see if they can get 1 in game 3. In front, Chaotix the score, and a 1-2-1 passing play will allow Mad Sauce to get their first goal. Chaotix down to Nutzilla, and Chaotix recovers in time to get this shot straight to the top of the net. A string of passes from Mad Sauce. And what better result could you have you wanted from them? This one will roll out in front. Arkanator looking to jump for it. Can't get this one past Jord. Jord's still gonna bump out Arkanator. Try to keep control for Sloth Brigade. Gonna allow 50-50s in the corner, because in the corner of the defense, if they go for 50-50s, so long as they don't suck their whole team in there, as well. It's actually going to be a win for the defense, even if the offense does win it. Which I know sounds a bit counterintuitive, but... Arkanator. I get a tunk on Tisbull. No, Tisbull's gonna wait back for Arkanator. Let him do his thing. Arkanator in front, but a demo on Nutzilla. That was the second option. That was the second man there. That was the option for that pass. And a couple demos here. Allow Sloth Brigade to break out of defense. Kiwi. Shot Arkanator and MAAD Chaotix. This one's gonna waterfall his way down. This one. Oh, it dances in front, but no goals yet for Sloth Brigade. Mad Sauce. Tipzul? Did I pronounce his name incorrectly? I'm so sorry. Tipzul. You know what? I must have spelled it incorrectly, because that would be the only reason I would have done that. Tipzul. So sorry there, Tip. I was wondering, I was like, why is his name Tip in the lobby? So, you know, that's what happens when I rush. Well, let's fix that again. Tipzul now. Oh, and speaking of him, he's gonna get this touch up. And he's gonna follow it himself. That one past Chaotix, down in front! And Arkanator saves it. By the way, thank you, Hydro. Hydro, for it. You can also call him Mr. Noob. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's a nickname for him. I don't think I'm gonna call him Mr. Noob, but that is funny. I have had some pretty funny nicknames when I played. You would not understand them unless you were me or my teammates. They were dumb. They were really dumb nicknames. Nutzilla. Looking down in front. Kiwi. Trying to flick, but Chaotix will just jump on that one. And Chaotix, he just waited for his turn there. Nutzilla passed it in front, and Kiwi couldn't get the touch. George didn't expect the whiff, had to jump immediately. But Chaotix was just there to wait for it. Waited for his turn. It is a nickname, Hydro. If it's what you call him, it's a nickname. Mad Sauce now leading 2-0 in Game 3. Trying to end this one in a sweep. Down in front from Tipzul to Kiwi, but Nutzilla there to shot, and Nutzilla there to score. Mad Sauce, their pressure is just a little too much here right now. Unless something changes drastically for Sloth Brigade, it's going to be Mad Sauce to sweep. Arkanator. 50-50 at looking in front, but Jord to clear at the length of the field. And that one from Sloth Brigade. A quick answer. I did say that they would have to make immediate changes. Well, I didn't mean it literally, but that is a pretty immediate change. Straight off the kickoff, Jord just puts an absolute slinger on target. Arkanator to the side. Nutzilla will challenge, and Chaotix jumping for it. Chaotix down. Trying to get a play on Jord. And Mad Sauce, they're still in the lead by 2 goals, although who knows, that 2-goal lead could very well be in jeopardy. They're looking to still add more goals. This one's in front. Nutzilla can't put it on target. Tipzul on it himself. Flick by! And Arkanator has to sit and watch as Tipzul dances his way through. And look at Tipzul, one-on-one with Arkanator. Arkanator, he sees Arkanator slow down, ready to turn in for a challenge, and that's when he fires a shot and he unleashes that great play, shoots it to the back post, and now only 1 goal away from tying it is Sloth Brigade. Tipzul off the back wall. Nutzilla can't get through Jord. Tipzul. Keeping it himself, going down, but Arkanator's waiting. Arkanator actually a bit awkward on the back wall. Tipzul will walk on through. In front, Arkanator gets a backflip save. Just barely. Getting by is Mad Sauce. Nutzilla waiting back. Tipzul off his own corner. Nutzilla down, looking for a clear. This one pinballs its way in front for Arkanator. Down to Nutzilla. Tipzul is waiting. Arkanator to control. Arkanator looking for a play in front. Nutzilla. This one pinch back. Chaotix waiting for the shot from Jordan. Chaotix is there. Every save from Mad Sauce is a little bit of help for them in this series, in being able to win, beat their opponents. Still, Need to play a little more defensive. It feels like starting to really push for that next goal, but they sometimes are pushing a little too far. Kiwi, down to Jord. Jord looking for a shot. This one back. Nutzilla waiting. Saved on Jord. Chaotix to clear. But Tipsul still there. Second shot from Kiwi. Coordinator on the line. Jord off the crossbar. So close, but yet so far for Sloth Brigade. Final seconds. Let me only get one more shot. But Matt Sauce trying to prevent that one from happening. Jord can't get through Chaotix. Kiwi's waiting. Kiwi down, but Nutsilla's there to save. Down to Chaotix, off the back wall. Mad Sauce, they can end it here. Arkanator will drop it off the crossbar. Mad Sauce to win. 3 games to none. As chat, please be a bit civil there. I know there's some heightened tensions, but please be a bit civil. Okay. But Mad Sauce, though, a 3-0 win. And what a great way for them to start week 1 with a 3-0 sweep. But that is not nearly it. Still have another series coming up as well. As Hydro, please be civil. Please, everybody, just please be a little bit civil here, okay? Okay, everybody. Enough is enough, please. Forget about it. Forget about it, please. Not difficult. Okay, please. I don't want to see any more. Right? The arguments can stop here. And we can just enjoy it, okay? Alright? Okay, thank you all. Oh my goodness. Well, I knew it was gonna get a bit tense here. I knew I was gonna get a bit tense, but you know, I didn't think it would be this tense. Oh, thanks for the compliment, Neon. It's gonna be a long night as well, Neon. I got 3 more matches after this, and the next one starting in just 10 minutes from now. In fact, let's take a look at that head-to-head. And you know what, Sloth? All you Sloth fans, you're still here. You're going to stick around because Sloth Elite now is going to be playing against your throwing Moonstone. Oh, thanks. I support MAAD Esports as well. I recognize that org. That's a great org. It's banter. My fault, I guess. It's alright, Joe. Banter's okay. Just obviously no one ever gets too far. Didn't think this was that serious. It is a somewhat serious stream. Please, let's... I am the one who dictates the punishment. If it comes down to insults, there's ways to be funny and banter, but not be too bad. Let's not throw around criticisms and stuff like that too much, okay? And here's my tip, Hydro. If the other people don't like it, it may not be the best idea. But I understand I understand, man. You're trying to make jokes. It's all right. Okay? I understand. As we are going to get ourselves into our next series, though, again, it's Sloth Elite playing on the orange side. It's going to be you're throwing Moonstone on the blue. As, for us, definitely an important match. Because this one will dictate who goes on the stage 2 of the qualifiers. Oh, thanks, Goobers, for the compliment as well. I just noticed that. Anyways, I have to get the info out to both teams, actually. I'm gonna get it out right now. But for both these teams, yeah, they have a good amount of history in this, in the Winter Invitational qualifier. There we go. Now the info's changed, that none of you can bug me about it. Let's get the info out for these teams, actually. Because again, this next series is starting up very, very soon. Like, we don't have a lot of time, actually, before that series does start. And it's Your Throwing Moonstone versus Sloth Elite. Again, winner of this will go on to play in Stage 2. But as I noticed as well, my game sound's actually on, which I'm happy with. I forgot about that during that series. Happy it's on, that I didn't make a dumb mistake like I always seem to do. I have a history with that. But anyways, info will be sent out to players, just so that they can join as soon as possible. There we go, info's out. I'm gonna make sure I get a prediction poll going as well. But I know some, I know some Your Throwing fans are gonna be jumping in soon. Your Throwing Moonstone, Kron, Koda, Karma, Evo, and Kuma. And on Sloth Elite, it's going to be Wolf, Rowan, and Bravo. Yes, that's what that B stands for. It stands for Bravo. Just so you know, anybody understands. That's why I'm going to be calling him Bravo, even though his name's a B. Yo, what's up? Hello, Galaxy Wolf. Hello, Galaxy. How you doing? Nice to see you again. Yeah, we got a couple matches, in fact. You know what? Let's take a look at the schedule. We just finished up our first match of the night, Sloth Brigade versus MAAD Sauce. MAAD Sauce swept their opponents. And now we got Your Throwing Moonstone versus Sloth Elite. Then we got RWU Esports versus Distinct Savants, and Flow State versus Wash Champs to end off the night. All these are Black Lane Championship Series matches. I'm feeling great right now. I'm probably going to feel very tired. I'm not going to get a lot of sleep tonight, I'm going to be honest. Knowing me, I'm not going to get any sleep. But I do it for you guys. I do it for all of you fans that are out there. Because I care, and I like you. Again, these teams coming out. Let's give you some history of these teams. Moonstone started off in round 1 with a 3-1 win over Alberta ESA Green, which we saw actually take a win over MAAD Sauce in the most previous game before the last one that we saw MAAD Sauce. Moonstone, we also saw them 3-0 sweep Beagle Bar Kings, but we most recently saw them when they played against Sloth Mafia, and they lost 3-2 in Game 5. Again, they're going to be going up against Sloth Elite. Round 1, they got a win over Deimos. In round 2, they won against Naptown Phoenix, and now in Game 3, no, they didn't. That's the wrong Sloth team. They're playing Elite, not Mafia. Mafia's the Elite, though, is playing. They got a 3-1 win over Critical Reform Gaming. Then they lost 3-2 to NVS, and then they beat Freebie 3-1. So what these teams are 2-1 right now is Kurtworm coming with the follow. Kurtworm, how was the commentary for you? How was your stream? Thank you, by the way, for the follow. How was your stream, by the way? We had a raid earlier from Falcons. Now we got Kurtworm coming in. Again, thank you all so much. We got a couple matches tonight, actually. It's going to be very late. Oh, hello. Hey, Ziggy's in here. Hey, it's an Ignition. By the way, I am looking to see when those Ignition matches happen, because I would love to commentate those matches, Ignition. But right now, we got some other matches to handle. We have 4 matches tonight on this stream. We're currently in our second of 4, and I'm doing them all myself, so it's going to be very tiring. Ooh, Team Mayhem won. Interesting. I think my team played Team Mayhem in week 1. We did not beat them either. We got beaten pretty badly. But I'm happy to see the votes coming in. Who voted 1? Who was the cheeky person who voted 1? Shadow Ball, you voted 1. I like how you think. Anyways. There you go. Let me make sure the teams can actually join. I actually forgot to ping them, so that's gonna make this a bit slower than usual, but... Again, this is the second of 4 series. It's gonna be a long night. Don't worry about the 1 point. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. You know, if you win, you just take the points from everybody else on the other side. Anyways, again, just waiting on the teams to join. Info has been sent out. They both got pinged. Again, it's you're throwing up Moonstone versus Sloth Elite. Winner of this goes on the stage 2. It's a Swiss bracket, so win 3 times you're through, lose 3 times, and your run is over. Do I have school? Yes, I do. I have school every single day. If so, no sleep is not good. No, it's just peak gamer hours, Galaxy Wolf. It's just peak gamer hours. No, I know. That's why I don't usually do this many matches in a day. But also, it's peak gamer hours. I'm pretty good actually with low sleep. But yes, I know what you mean, Galaxy. Thanks for looking out for my health. I know. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. I sleep very quickly. It'll be fine. Right? It's fine. I sleep very quickly. We are just waiting for the teams to join. It's almost time for them to join. In fact, now it is actually officially the start time. Yeah, a bit of a weird start time at 9:10 p.m. Eastern, but that's the time they agreed on. That's the time we're gonna have, and we are just waiting for them both to join. Now would be the time to do that. Just again waiting on them to join. Again, thank you all so much for joining. That prediction poll should have closed by now. Ooh, it's about to close actually. Put in your last votes. Who do you think will win? Moonstone or Elite? You got some votes for either side. You know that only tournaments that happen during the summer? Ooh, I know Premier Championship Series goes on during the summer. Most of these tournaments do go on during the summer. If that helps you. But I think there's a good amount of tournaments that do go on during the summer. Any of the tournaments I do commentary for, I believe they will be working during the summer. Could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on it. But I believe any tournaments I am working on do go on during the summer. Yeah, we are just waiting for confirmations from these teams that they are joining. It is now officially the start time. I would hate it if they didn't know and they came in too late. Which one are we waiting on? Well now actually we're waiting on Sloth Elite to join. We got Kron, Karma, and Coda in the lobby. Just waiting on Sloth Elite. They have time though, they have time. They have like 10 to 15 minutes after the match start time to join. Okay, we are just waiting on them to join again. just need to... They just need to let me know whenever they are ready as well. Another tactical bathroom break? Really? It's a bathroom break. Are you doing this as a joke? Or did they like message you and like, hey, we're going to the bathroom, sorry we're a bit late. Did they see? Is it actually like another bathroom break? My goodness, that's impressive. And the first match we had a team that had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I was gonna say, I hope it's not another bathroom break. I mean, I understand that happens a lot, but 3 times in one day is pretty funny. If it is, man, you are thinking maybe a little too much. I do see Sloth Elite is online, so just waiting on them to join. What's happening? We might as well talk. It's gonna be a pretty busy week for me, facts, but happy for it. I'm happy that I got that scheduler up, that schedule thing. Again, if you go to my link tree on my Twitter page, SportyFCRL, the first thing says commentary schedule. Go to that. That'll lead you to a Google document. That is all the matches I'm doing. That's all the events I'm part of. A long week. I got at least one thing planned every single day. Thursday, I even have something planned for Thursday. I have a match actually planned for Thursday. I just haven't been able to write it down. If they don't join, though, I'll get more sleep. No, I won't, because I don't get to push other matches in front. We have 2 more matches after this. I won't get any more sleep. This is saying I sleep in between matches, in which case, no, I will not be doing that. And just waiting here. That is not how match scheduling start times work. They start at that time, no matter what happens. So if I can't make that time, then that's going to be it. But no, I'll be able to make it most times. Still waiting on Sloth Brigade. We are running now 5 minutes late, but next match is at 10. We can waste a little bit of time. Although saying that, if it's under 45 minutes of, if we have under 45 minutes to get a series over with, it could be a bit more difficult. They are, okay, we've received a message from Wolf, they're waiting on 1. Well, if they don't get that 1 in the next 5 minutes, that might result in a forfeit, for them. In which case, your friend Moonstone will get a pass into stage 2. But again, hopefully that doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. That would be absolutely horrible if it does, but we've seen forfeits happen before. They're not uncommon. Although they are undesired, I would say. We are again still waiting. Yeah, we are having to wait for Sloth Elite. So we know Wolf is online. They are still meeting on 1 player. But if they are too late, that'll be it. They do have, I believe, 10 or 15 minutes in this one. I could actually probably do some research. I don't remember exactly what the time is. I don't remember if it's 10 or if it's 15. Be either. In fact, I'm actually going to take a look at their rules document to know exactly what the time is. As Pillow coming in with the follow. Hello, Pillow RL. How you doing? Okay, it's 15 minutes. The DQ timer is 15 minutes. So they have another 8 minutes. Should be enough time. Though unfortunately, again, we are having to wait for them. But that's kind of how it works sometimes. Although we did hear from Wolf himself, it is going to be a little bit. Waiting on another player to join in. There's so much support for my fellow Sloth boys before our 9:30 p.m. match. Well, good luck in your match. What team are you on? Because there's a lot of Sloth teams. In fact, you know, I might be able to figure out what team you're on. Oh, I probably wouldn't, but actually I could probably figure out 11, 1, 9:30. Yeah, I have no clue then. You're on Apocalypse. Man, that's a couple players on Apocalypse that have said hi. Well, it's nice to see all you. Oh, okay. There you go. Is Pillow playing in the BLCS? I think he's in Division 4, so maybe, but I think it's unlikely. I think that match time has already been. I was gonna say, I don't think you have, because if you were, you'd be notified of it, but I don't believe you are. Unfortunately. Maybe you'll get it next week. It is pretty tough to get on that mainstream. Again, we are still waiting for Sloth Elite's team to actually fully join. We know that Moonstone is here. They only have like 5 more minutes before. Unfortunately, this will have to be resulted in a forfeit or rescheduling. Yeah, Moonstone has been able to provide all 3 players. We're still waiting on Sloth Elite. If I can snag your game, I sadly cannot. I sadly cannot, Pillow, and I have to make graphics for that, and it's currently 10 minutes before 9:30. It just wouldn't be enough time, sadly. What I would do is I would actually cancel this. I'd actually just end the stream here and then start it up again whenever the next set of matches starts. Which next match will be at 10 p.m. It will be. If I just pull up my schedule, it will be RWU, Esports, and Distinct Savants. But again, Pillow, good luck in your match. It was a rough day for your Sloth Brigade team. They got swept by Mad Sauce earlier on the stream. And it looks like Sloth Elite may not even be able to field a full team against your throwing Moonstone. Again, I will say, I do not know who is on or not online for Sloth Elite. And it's not really in my power to know. Although I do hope whatever is happening that they are able to sort it out soon, because this match does need to start at some point. If it doesn't start, that's going to be really unfortunate here. And unfortunately for Sloth Elite, it would mean that they have to now go to round 5. But for your fun Moonstone, we have seen them play before. Really strong team. Nothing bad about them. They went to 5 against Sloth Mafia. They could have very easily been the team to win that. They were only 1 game away. But this might be the way that they get through into the second stage. And to be fair, if they play or don't play and they make it to the second stage, I saw how well they play. They're a very strong team. Definitely would be a bit scared of them if I was playing in that second stage against them. They're no easy team. They're no shrug off. Few more minutes here before the match will be called off. Again, the timer for match forfeit times is 15 minutes. Still waiting to see if these teams can field a full roster. You know, again, we've seen Moonstone, they fielded a full roster. And they're still sitting here in the lobby, actually. Sloth Elite is having some difficulties. In a lot of leagues, it would actually be a 10-minute timer, which means they would actually be already too late, but in Backline, it is 15 minutes. That's what we're waiting here for. Waiting to see if Sloth Elite can field a full team of 3 and join the lobby in time, or if they are going to sadly have to register a forfeit. Unfortunately, it looks like our time might be running out here. For this match, we might actually see a forfeit win for your throwing Moonstone. They've just confirmed as well it would be their second forfeit win in this qualifiers. They've had really good luck if that means getting wins, but not the way they want them. Are still waiting. Well, it is now officially 9:25. It's 15 minutes after the registered start time. You'll see what they do planned on doing. Sadly, I do apologize, obviously, having to wait this long and not getting a single answer. But it looks like this series will be called off. And I really do feel a lot. I really do feel badly for Sloth Elite because they did field most of their roster, but not all of them are here, and unfortunately, that would be registered as a forfeit. I mean, it all comes down to the discretion of your throwing Moonstone. What their decision is, if they want to register as a forfeit, or if they would rather try to look for another time. That is completely up to them. Yeah, it does look like they are staying now. You saw them; they left the lobby. Fortunately, that will mean that your throwing Moonstone will just have a forfeit win here this week. Again, I do apologize to everyone out there having to wait for this, and sadly, nothing will happen. We will be getting a quick interview with some of the You're Throwing Moonstones players, just because I know some of you have waited, have planned on it. Now that's not happening. Definitely an unfortunate circumstance. But that is the way things run sometimes. We have an interview channel. I'll be getting into it, and sadly, again, that'll be it for that series tonight. It never even started. Unfortunately for us, we won't be able to see any action here, as that one will be it. That'll be the end of the whole thing. Again, we're making sure that we get as many possible people in. We'll be getting an interview here with Kron. I need to find him, though. I do need to find where he is. There we go. Let's get ourselves going with an interview. He'll be joining any moment. And unfortunately, that will be a forfeit win for You're Throwing Moonstone. And unfortunately for Sloth Elite, that means they're going to go to round 5 here. Hello, Kron. How you doing? Alright. Well, Kron, unfortunately, you don't get to step onto the field, but you do make it on the stage 2. If there's any silver lining, you do make it to stage 2. And for You're Throwing Moonstone, I know this is like not the first time this has happened for you all, but going into stage 2, do you feel like in the match that you have played that you do thoroughly deserve to be here?
Yeah, I think when we went up against Sloth Mafia, like they came out swinging hard, and but I think we matched their intensity the second and third game, and we were competing right there with them, and all the games were pretty close, relatively speaking, and I was really happy with how we played. So yeah, no, I think we definitely deserve to be in the second stage, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how our team can compete against all the other teams that make it to stage 2.
Yeah, that makes sense, of course. Going into stage 2, though, having only 2 series played, and kind of being considered a bit of an underdog here in stage 2. I've seen what you're capable of. You really took the fight to Sloth Mafia. Unfortunately, yes, again, it is a forfeit win. Going into stage 2, there's not you're gonna get a lot more matchups. What does your team do kind of to prepare? Because I know you said you definitely mentioned about how much you prepare. How much do you really prepare for every single series, every single week?
Yeah, we try to take it seriously, and we try to do our best. So typically we'll get on an hour early and either get a scrim going or play some comp together, and just kind of build those comms and consistency with each other before the match. And yeah, just really get used to playing with each other leading up to the match.
Yeah, well, again, I was gonna mention this as well, but going into stage 2, is there anything you want to say about your teammates? We saw them play at least against Sloth Elite, and either teams could have won. But is there anything you want to say to the players that were with you? Koda, Karma, Evo, Kuma, all those players. Is there anything you want to say about them going to stage 2?
The only thing I have to say is Sunday. They'll know what it means.
Sunday. Well, I don't know what it means, so you know what? If that strikes the fear into other people's eyes, I guess it works. Is there any message you have for other teams yourself? Some teams are going to underestimate your abilities coming into the second stage. They're going to say, well, this is the team that that they only got 2 wins because they didn't do anything. Is there anything you want to say to those teams that maybe don't regard you with enough respect?
You know what? I'm fine if they want to underestimate us. We know what we're capable of, and obviously you saw how we took on Sloth Mafia last week, and we're more than happy to take on anyone. If they choose to underestimate us, then that's their problem.
I like the confidence coming from you specifically, and the confidence from You're Throwing Moonstone. Well, now you're in stage 2. That's the good thing to think about, and you might as well think about it because next week you'll be joining in with some of the best. And thank you so much for joining for the interview, Kron.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good evening.
You too, man. See ya.
Of course. That was Kron getting a quick series going. And that will be it for his interview again. Sadly, no series here. But you can look forward to 2 more series tonight that I bet will not be cancelled. We'll start with Roger Williams University Esports versus Distinct Savants. And then we'll end with Flow State versus Washed Champs. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get myself something to eat. While we're at it, we'll be back very soon. Again, the first match is in less than 30 minutes. See you all then whenever that match does, whenever that match is about to start. We always start a stream about 10 minutes before the match start time, so think about that. Think about it. 10 p.m. minus 10 minutes is about 9:50 p.m. Eastern. Be there for the series. It's going to be a fun one. Again, RWU Esports and Distinct Savants. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hey, yeah, there was a long break there, but we got ourselves back. We got another series coming up, and boy oh boy, isn't it going to be a good one. Another Blackline Championship Series matches. Oh my goodness, all my wires are on me. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we fixed the wire issue for the time being. But again, it's going to be another Blackline Championship Series matchup. Third one of the night out of 4. It is RWU Esports versus Distinct Savants. Both these teams are finally. Yeah, I feel you. Last series we ended in a forfeit, so you had a very long break, but we're back here. We got this series going at it's RWU Esports versus Distinct Savants. Another best of 5 3v3 here. In two teams that are looking to stay alive in this season because both of them have had a very tough time with their matches. They have not had very good results so far. In fact, let me tell you about their results. But they're still one of them's going to be able to make it to round 5 and get a chance. For RWU, they started off in round 1 and with a loss, unfortunate. No, they started off with a win over 15 Bean Soup. I'm gonna take that. They lost to Aura, and they lost again to Distinct Deity in 5. So it's been really close for RWU. And then Distinct Savants, they started in round 1 with a loss to Galactic Polaris. And then in round 2 they beat Falling Sky Esports, but then they lost to OK Twiz. A tough run for Savants, admittedly. OK Twiz, definitely a team that I've seen them play before. They're incredible. A really strong team. Definitely using that team to mess around with for RWU. Really close to Distinct Deity. Another really solid team. And some tough luck for them both, but the info's out for them to join the lobby. As I want to know what you all think. We're gonna get a prediction poll going as well. In fact, the prediction poll is gonna be coming up right now, as soon as I actually set it up. Anyways, again, I want to know what you think. Do you think RWU will be able to do it? Or do you think the 6 Savants will stay alive? Because remember, this is not to qualify. This is to stay alive in the qualifiers. Whoever loses this will be out of the tournament in stage 1. Winner, though, will have a chance in round 5 to get it. They'll have to play another time this week just to make it into that second stage. And it's going to be really tough for both these teams coming in through so late like this. But then also having to go into stage 2, which is only going to get tougher from there. These teams, they really want that. They really want to stay alive. They really want to win this and get themselves as far as they can in this tournament. This would be a very short exit for one of them. As that prediction poll is now out. And make sure we can get both teams in very soon. Of course, the info is up for them. Just need to wait for them to join. They have some time to do so. I guess while that's happening, to let you know that this is not the last series of the night. There's one more series after this one. It's a pretty light series as well, but we were to go to that schedule page. That last series of the night's very late. It's going to be about an hour and a half from now. It'll be Flow State versus Wash Champs. A series that I'm definitely anticipating. Of course, the focus on the one that we have right now, RWU versus Distinct Savants, or otherwise known as Roger Williams University Esports versus Distinct Savants. You'll see just how far they can get, because one of the stories will end here. For the other, the story will have one more life still intact. I do know what the roster is for Savants. They did tell me it was going to be MAAD Revolution and Nate Desh playing. And speaking of, hello Nate Desh. Good luck. Oh, thanks. Yep, he's getting the good luck coming in. Well, I see that you are here. You can join the lobby whenever you're ready. As obviously that prediction poll is up, you can vote for who you think will win. see, we got some people voting. Again, we are waiting for these teams to join. No messages from either of them. The info is sent out for both of them if they want it. But just waiting on it. 300. Yeah, Galaxy will spend on the stream a couple times like Nugget. So he has 300 points that he can spend. He's been on the stream a couple times. He's actually been featured on the stream playing in it twice. So, yes, he's been here before. Yes, 300 points is a lot sometimes. In fact, I think it actually is enough to get some of the rewards. Yeah, 300 is enough to silence me for a whole minute. But anyways. Okay, yep, there's Distinct Savants at the MAAD Revolution and Nate Dash. Just waiting on RW Esports to join. Again, they have the time. They can spend it if they need to. Yep, of course. We're just waiting on the message from CJ Goncalves for it. As for the cast, we're looking forward to playing. Who do I have winning? Pyre, why are you asking me this? Honestly? No clue. I could tell you what the stats say, though. I think the stats here do favor one of these teams. I think it favors RW a little bit more because they were able to get their win and get to the higher rounds and play some supposedly more difficult competition. But I think the schedule also would be an important one to look at. I'm actually taking a look at that right now. While everybody gets themselves in, but I believe RW, stats-wise, has been the third team. They came from the mid-round. Actually, no, they both came from the big round, did they? Yeah, they did. I wouldn't know then, because Savants also got a win. Although their win was over Falling Sky, which, they are in round 4, they're playing 15 Bean Soup. Honestly, no clue. In all honesty, no clue. My initial guess was RW, but honestly, it could be either of the teams. I don't know. I know, I know, I'm on the fence here, but I really have no clue who will win. They get scheduled. Someone could probably calculate the schedule, but yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know it. And we are just waiting on one more team, and there they are. There's Tab, DJ, and one other person. Lost Child. Let's see who that is. Let's figure out who that is, actually, Lost Child. Is that Pickle? Or is that Pyre? This is going to be a 5-game thing? Yeah, this is going to be a best of 5. First team to win 3 games. All series tonight are best of 5s. I see CJ, I see Tab. Who is Lost Child? Is that that's either Pickle or Pyre? We're going to figure that out very soon. Who Lost Child is. It's Pyre. Oh, he's fixing up his name. There he is. Yes, Pyre. There you go. You got the right account joining. I was like, who in the world is that? That's Pyre. That's my assumption was Pyre, but I didn't know exactly. But there we go. Pyre's got his name fixed. We got our information ready. We got the series going. We're ready to start on game 1 here in this best of 5 series. Yesterday, I found out that RW stands for Roger Williams University. And yes, they will be on that blue side. 7 OT. Stop asking, Galaxy Warfare. It'll never happen if you keep asking. It'll never happen. It will happen when you least expect it. There we go, game 1. RW Esports versus Distinct Savants. To stay alive in the Winter Invitational. Whoever loses this series will find their run ending much shorter than expected. And for us, only one team will be able to win this one, so they're gonna have to play their hearts out. Savants trying to get themselves on early pressure. We've seen both these teams play before in different matches. This Tab gonna give this one long Maddie to take it to his back wall and clear out. Now I'm seeing the pace of play here just very fast. It seems like it's picking up. But there are moments where these teams, they do feel like they are a bit slow. They may not cover everything correctly. And the real thing I want to see is which team in this series can really cover, rotate well. Because every little bit matters. Revolution down. CJ to keep it to the corner and keep it to the side. Nate Dash passing field, but CJ bumps him out. Great play from CJ. Avoids going for the ball, knowing that it's not really necessary to win the 50-50. Instead, just gets rid of the only real option they have, which is that solo play. But still, some pressure here from Distinct Savants. And they're finding openings against RW. CJ. Who's going to bounce favorably, but only for Nate Dash. Nate Dash. Gonna follow on Pyrie. Pyrie. It's away by Maddie. Maddie in front. CJ to clear. And now this backfield is completely open. CJ looking to shoot it. It will go to the backside. Here comes Pyrie. Down for CJ. Maybe one too many passes there. Maddie now back for the Savants, but he can't get the touch pass. Tab. Revolution. Pyrie to get back, and Pyrie and Tab both jumping. Pyrie's going to go for it himself. A flip reset. Tap in front for Tab. Tab shot. On target. Revolution on the line. Just by a little bit. Revolution's able to keep the ball out. Maddie now the other way. In front. Tab is going to clear this one. Tab. Page clear. Revolution. Looking cross for Nate Dash. Nate Dash leaves the play. Pyrie with some time. No flick. Maddie to dunk him. Maddie still on top. It's going to bounce in for Nate Dash. Nate Dash off the post. That net was open. But the shot was just a little too difficult of an angle. Now CJ. Saved by Revolution. Revolution, I believe that's at least 3 saves for him so far. Almost added a 4th there. Maddie. Off the back goal. CJ. Almost towards his own net. Revolution saved by CJ. Revolution is trying to go everywhere in this field. At least 3 saves from him so far. You just saw him get a massive shot there. Take a look. Now, Revolution only has 2 saves. My goodness, it felt like he's had at least 3. At least 3. He's made so many incredible plays on defense, but that whiff almost cost his team. RWU turning up the heat on Distinct Savants, but Nate Dash here bringing some heat with that demo. Revolution in front, but Tab will clear it away. Pyrie. And we have a no shortage of time to breathe. This one, Maddie. Back to Nate Dash. Nate Dash. Off the sidewall. Not a lot of boost, just going to flick it towards the net. Pyrie's waiting. And Nate Dash. This will actually be allowed for Revolution. Pass in front. Here comes Maddie. Off the back wall. Pyrie in front. Pyrie. Panic for RWU. Still getting the clear as Pyrie. Maddie. My goodness, RWU. In some very precarious situations for them. But they've been able to survive every single one of them here on Distinct Savants. All it takes is one opportunity, though. And the floodgates can open. Maddie. Gonna tap down. Which team will score first? Which team will break the defenses? Tab. Chasing down Nate Dash, but Maddie wins that challenge, and so that challenge attempt, that demo attempt doesn't even matter. Maddie. Hold possession. Past one. Through the smoke. Pass in front for Revolution. Off the back wall. Second touch isn't strong enough. Nate Dash. Bumped away by Pyrie. Maddie. Towards the blue wall. Revolution. No team really has been able to shoot well enough. Both teams have made great saves, but you do feel as if these shots from them just aren't quality enough to go in. Revolution misses this touch. CJ off the sidewall, but Maddie's there looking up for Revolution, but Revolution has no boost. Pyrie now, all by his lonesome. That will make this mistake all that more costly. Tab, the sidewall, Maddie to clear it. Final 30 seconds and still no goals. As Pyrie gonna go for it himself. Musty flick, double tap, pass in front. And you could see Tab was jumping on top of that one, was looking at the bit. But couldn't get the shot on target before Savants was there to challenge. Tab. Looking for another one in front. That's a light touch. Shot is off the post. Last one from CJ. And with 2 seconds remaining, RWU Esports. Oh, they get their goal. It took almost the entire 5 minutes. But they finally break down Distinct Savants. What a close game so far. Now all they need is the ball to hit the ground. RWU wins the kickoff. They shoot this one, and Tab will score again. 2-0 for RWU as the final scoreline. 2 late goals. First from CJ, second from Tab. Roger Williams University will win game 1, and they're one step closer to round 5 in this Swiss bracket. Game 2 nearly upon us. And for Roger Williams, they had the offense going for them. I was worried because they did play so far back, but they were the ones to have more offense. They really forced Savants, especially Revolution, into some very, very crazy saves. Sir, RWU is more prone to breakdowns on defense, but they're able to get the better shots on Savants. They're able to take advantage of the better situations. And all they needed was that one goal, that one shot, with 2 seconds remaining from CJ. And now they're on a roll. MAAD down the other way, but CJ with it. What kind of confidence does RWU have now? CJ trying to fake away his round of Evolution, but I think that's one too many pump fakes from him. Maybe more like 10 billion too many pump fakes, because he kept going for the same pump fake. And they were noticing there on Savants. Savant does mean intelligence, so... Well, actually, it means that an intelligent person. So, we'll see how they put their big brain to use. Or brains, actually, because there's 3 of them. MAAD. Good downfield, but Pyree's there to dunk it. RWU. Why not let Savants break through the midfield? But Nate Dash off the back wall. Couldn't be read by Tab. But it's still not in. Revolution up for it. CJ's jumping, but Tab will ultimately get that necessary touch. Nate Dash going high, looking for 2 touches in front. There, and Pyree off his own crossbar. Tab dunked away by Revolution. But let's talk about that touch from Pyree there. So he came from like the ceiling there, and he almost scored in his own net. Shot that one off his own crossbar. And for RW, they put themselves in these weird, precarious situations. I don't like it. It's definitely not a confidence booster for anybody watching. But it is really exciting, admittedly. Nate Dash. Dribble downfield. Tab! Side flips! Pyree to save him. And Tab almost let in the slowest of shots you could possibly imagine. A simple miss input. And that one could have been, and that one was almost a goal. Nate Dash. He's MAAD in front, and that's his option. MAAD to shoot this, but not before Tab challenges. Revolution. Once again, it's going to take us a while before we get the first goal in this game. Pyree going for it himself. Down the entire way! Pyree! Last game, it took us over 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes to get our first goal. This time, took us less than 2, with a great air dribble play from Pyree. The solo plays have never been out of fashion for both these teams. But none have been scored just yet. But now, Pyree gets one, and he'll get another one off the kickoff. Roger Williams University, living in goals. You see Revolution going for the boost, and he went immediately upfield. Couldn't get back in time. Had he turned back quicker, would have been a goal. Sorry, would have not been a goal. RW Esports now 2-0 up in their series, 2-0 up in this game. This was the scoreline that they needed to win last game. They've already achieved that. 3 minutes remaining. Flick in front from Savants, but Pyree to save it. Pyree to keep going on top. Pyree just continues to stay on top of the ball, continues to make really strong touches. What I like about Pyree especially is the fact that he sometimes goes for plays that you may not expect, but a lot of times they're actually the right plays, the plays that you need to make. You saw that back pass there to keep possession. And sure, now his team has to play a bit more defensively, but they have the ball. And they're definitely winning a lot of these challenges. But this one in front for Revolution. And Tab on the line. MAAD. His shot's not strong enough. Now is a chance for Savants. And infield pass is what's worked for them a lot of these times. But still, they are goalless. Nate Dash. Pyree's there to get rid of this one. Hit it off the sidewall. Revolution jumping, but Pyree still beats him. Pyree's playing with the pace of play here. Just faster than what seems to be everybody else in this lobby. He jumps late to... Sometimes, even if he jumps late to an aerial, he's still the one winning it. Revolution. Keep it close, but here's CJ doing his, I think, his best Pyree impression by just going all in for that challenge. RW now really forcing Distinct Savants to be very cautious of their challenges. Savants have had the pleasure last game of having a bit more time on the defensive end. But now RW trying to shut that down. You can see it just with multiple challenges, with this sidewall coming straight from that mid boost that they grab. And you can just see they continue to challenge relentlessly. really putting the pressure on their opponents. Savants, though, all it takes now for RWU is if the Savants makes one mistake, one not-so-quality touch, that could be a goal for RWU. Savants doesn't have as much boost as now to recover, but they do have the play here, and Pyre waited on that. His decision-making has, I've said it, it's been unorthodox, but it's been the right decision. And ultimately for them, they don't really mind. Nate Dash off the back wall. No, after it was going to get a flip reset. It was going in. Pyre the save. Evolution. Pass in front option, but Tab there. CJ doesn't read it. Tab going to go up for a demo play. Now Savant's trying to clear it out from Nate Dash, but Pyre's there to dunk it. In front, CJ looking for the target. Evolution pinches it against his own crossbar. And just to keep it out, just to keep this game somewhat close, Nate Dash dribble it, has to do all three, but Tabs back in time. RWU holding on to this 2-goal lead with their dear life. Pyre pinches it away. CJ fakes out Maddie, and this one will roll up the Savant's back wall. Evolution in front of his own net. Multiple players from Savants had to commit there. We're worried about the potential of just an immediate challenge. RWU has been so strong at those. RWU, with this amount of time left, they're leading by 2-0 in this series. As soon as the ball hits the ground, everybody will be readying up for Game 3. But they don't want to let us drop so quick. They want another goal. Okay, well, Savants doesn't, and they're going to let the ball drop. RWU, Roger Williams University Esports, now up 2-0 in the series. One more game, and they sweep Distinct Savants. What a play from RWU. Once again, holding on, as it looks like the Savants will be making a change. Either that or Nate Dash has to do something. But I believe they will be making a change. They do have the liberties of having, I believe, 2 different substitutes. They have Taka and Booters if they want to put in their substitutes. This has been... Oh my goodness, Nate Dash. He's now in the spectator. He must have... You know what? I saw him join. I was like, oh my goodness. I think he just changed his car. I think that's exactly what he did there. I feel that. If one car isn't working, why not do the other one? Well, Game 3 here. Savants now have to make a reverse sweep if they want to stay alive in this tournament. And all that the RWU Esports team has to do is just win one more game. And so far, Pyre has been an absolute nuisance on the side of RWU. The fact that he was really the one to start this kind of all-in challenge kind of meta that the whole team now has adapted. Where they don't really let up the play, they stick in your face, they really don't let you have any time with the ball. Obviously that play style can result in a lot of miscommunications, a lot of bad rotations, but when it works well, you shut down your opponents. You don't just beat them, you shut them away. They don't have anything that they can do against you. Right now, Savants searching for their first goal, maybe a lead in Game 3, as Nate Dash in front. Maddie jumped for it, but he couldn't make contact. Pyre. And that's pass 2. Nate Dash to clear it away, and back to the sidewall. RWU. A bit of a slower start in this game. But every game has taken a while to get that first goal. Evolution! And that was saved on the line there by Tab. Pyre. Flick out. Nate Dash keeps it. Flip reset. Passing play, but Maddie also jumps up for it. And Maddie was the one that had the better chance there as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter. A miscommunication on the side of Savants, and RWU are now taking their time into offense. Evolution. Good away, but Pyre off the side. We're looking for a pass to himself, but instead it just goes back to Tab. This one pinched. Going across. Nate Dash will beat it. And in for Revolution. A CJ reads it. He's up for it. And he's already looking for a passing play out to Pyre. Trying to transition quickly, RW. Maddie bumped CJ. And that was supposed to be a shot from CJ. But he wasn't even close to that target. CJ. Out to Pyre. Off the back wall. Looking in for CJ, but Maddie is waiting. And Maddie keeps the ball close. So many players that just want to boom the ball as hard as possible. Get it as far away as possible. But he kept it close. He went for the solo play dribble out of defense. And that is a really great way to break out. Is now RW caught on a transition back to their own half. Tab. Challenge here. Tab actually had to save that one on Revolution. CJ up to himself. Second touch potential. Maddie's there. And again, this series has been fast-paced. It's been extremely aggressive from both sides. We haven't really seen any team kind of sit back, try to... and really try to hold the other team. It's just been multitudes of plays and shots over and over. Both teams are inviting that pressure, because they know that their defense can hold up. But so far, RWU has been the better of the two teams. But Revolution, a double save on his line. And Distinct Savants survive Revolution. He has been the defensive stone for this Savants team. Whenever they need a wild save, it's on Revolution to do it, and Revolution has not stepped down from that task. Although unfortunately, the offense from Savants has been a different story. They have not been able to score in Game 2. They were not, and they were so close in Game 1. You can feel it in Game 3 that they are just a little bit away from getting that first goal. They're playing aggressive. They're trying to go for bumps and demos. It just feels like RWU is able to save everything they have. You think maybe for the Savants team, they just need a few more shots. Hold that midfield, maybe take more boost. RWU playing pretty quality Rocket League. They're doing what they're trying to do. They're trying to shut down this Savants side. But Savants are trying to answer back. As Tab went aggressive there, Revolution upfield. But Pyrie is chasing him. CJ to pinch it. But it's going to only go infield from Maddie. And Savants, that's one goal for them. They're looking for another one. Just to get themselves a higher lead. Finally, they break that deadlock. It took them a while to do so. But this is where these games get interesting. Late on in a game, this is where the goals really go through. Savants, their first goal so far in this game. Looking to see if that can be enough to beat RWU. RWU mounting an attack of themselves. CJ up, looking down. But no one was there to follow through. 8-. Tab gets him. Tab still on the back wall and flicked away, but this one not very strong. Here comes Revolution. Up, but where's his teammate? Maddie waited back. Maddie doesn't make this touch. CJ out to Pyrie. Pyrie. We'll see what he can do, but getting shut down here, getting challenged immediately by Savants. And not letting him do what he was happy to do last game. You can see he's still going for it. In front, Pyrie. Pyrie still himself, and Pyrie to do it all the way! Putting the team on his back on that play. Pyrie just continued to bobble this ball, continued to dribble it, and he found his way through the Savants defense. Pyrie had to put on a lot of power there, and what really utilized it was his power slide turns. They were absolutely pristine. And now RWU is tied up with minimal time remaining. Will Game 3 go to an overtime, or will we see some last-second heroics? TJ out, Pyrie waiting the challenge. Pyrie trying to get under Revolution, does do so. Nate Dash jumps. This should allow Tab to shoot it. This one's still up. CJ saved by Maddie. Back the other way. Pyrie needs to save this one himself. And Savants now have offense. Shot. Maddie exits. 0 seconds. Savants have done it. And it was Nate Dash to keep it up. And look at it, he found Maddie, and Maddie shot it low. Such a risky play there, because if it hit the ground, we were going to overtime. But Savants did it at 0 seconds. And they stay alive in this series. We're going to a 4th game. Distinct Savants. The first game of the series they've been able to score, and they've scored enough. My goodness. A 0-second goal to win it. Couldn't have had it any closer than that. What a tense series. We go to Game 4. Everybody's ready. I'm ready. This series continues. Another game ahead of us. And can Distinct Savants use that momentum from last game to take this one as well? felt like they just needed to kind of click there on the offense for Distinct Savants. But they were able to do it in the end. Maddie. And the Savants. Now they have to reset. They may have that hype of that 0-second goal still in their veins, but they need to reset. This is a new game, and anything can happen. And you know RWU still has full capabilities of winning this one. Savants, what they did so well last game was they scored, and they didn't just score, they scored first. Put the pressure on RWU. But it does seem like for both these teams, it just takes them a really long time to get those goals. If we can see someone get an early goal in this game, in one of these games, and that might be enough for the rest of the series. Nate Desh off the back wall. Pyrie. Revolution there. Pyrie gets demoed, and Pyrie was an absolute terror for RWU. He really made life difficult for Distinct Savants, able to challenge everything. But now you can see getting demoed at any possible opportunity. Savants with some newfound pressure, some newfound aggression, and some newfound hope. Willing to test Roger Williams University. Maddie off the back wall. Tab not willing to jump up for that one. He can't reach it in time. Nate Desh down, and Maddie's waiting to challenge that one. Evolution's shot not strong enough. CJ. Nate Desh doesn't read it. It will be fine. It's Maddie to get this one from the midfield. He bumps out Tab. Allow more pressure. The bump plays. The aggression here from Distinct Savants could be enough in this series. They still need the score. That shooting has always been an issue for these teams, and the fact of the matter is they aren't able to score until late on in a game. I don't know what is it that has that happen, but it does feel like it takes both teams a while to score. For both games, it has taken almost it took almost 2 minutes in game 2, and that was the shortest amount of time to get a goal. Right now we passed that 2-minute mark, so once again we're gonna get goals later on in this game. His tab down to CJ. A passing play will work out for RWU. And I think the announcer in-game was correct about it. A sensational goal. Tab down to CJ. And the fact that CJ is going to be fast enough to go for that. He's not letting it bounce. He's just going to go straight for it. All in on that one. Shows you the confidence that RWU still has in them. And the speed that they do like to play at. The question for them is if they can always play at that speed. It's always difficult for them to do so, but when they are able to hit that kind of pace, you can see that they start to really feel good in their games, in their position, and their abilities. CJ, flick this one, but Revolution's waiting. Revolution hesitated on that challenge. He's gonna get a bump on Pyrie too. Nate Desh off the corner, double tap in front, but CJ's waiting. Unnecessary stop for his team because Revolution was waiting, and he would have had the most open of nets to shoot on had that ball went through. Revolution being in the corner. Low boost for him. He's going to flick it as high as possible. Up for Nate. Nate, back wall, option. Pyrie saves it. Maddie. Tab to clear. Pyrie to redirect. This one's going all the way, but not all the way into the net. Savants, fortunate on that transition that RW doesn't score another goal in this game. Nate Desh bumps up Pyrie. Maddie, awkward, demoed away by CJ. Nate Desh is on top, but he has no boost. He has to concede this one to RWU, but wait a second, he gets it back, actually. Now he's demoed by Pyrie. CJ. Maddie to collect. Maddie has time to clear it. Tab backflips. Revolution has a chance. Gonna put this pressure on Tab right here. Off the ceiling. So, ceiling shot. Almost got the play past Tab, but Tab was there and waiting. Nate Desh. No boost. Bakes it, allows Revolution to go for a two-touch play. Maddie, dunk in front. And CJ jumping, but he doesn't read this one correctly. Can still clear it out. Savants are so close. Just need a goal here. Maddie had an option for Revolution, but decided to go for that solo play. Revolution now in front. Nate Desh was pushed up too high. Still the pressure, though, on RWU to make every single save possible. The boost totals are very low for them all. But they do get the pass out. Pyrie towards the orange net. This one bouncing in front. Nate Desh double tapped it in front of his own, in his own box. Unfortunately, it doesn't double tap into his own net. And back the other way, Savants are able to score. And it is courtesy of Maddie. The field was just too open there. CJ waited far back from MAAD. Was expecting a really launch of a flick. But it was just enough to keep control, but also evade the defender. And CJ, he needs to play a little more aggressive there. RWU has been sitting further and further back. But what works for them was those aggressive challenges, those abilities to just get in the face of Savants. The thing that Savants are doing so well now is just getting in the face of their opponents here, of RWU. Getting demos, getting shots, not leaving the play at any possible moment. It's giving them opportunities. Nate Dash towards the net, and that will somehow tuck its way in. Savants now in the lead in Game 4. And it's Nate Dash to get the light touch. Tab so close to that one. He made contact with the ball, but at that point it was just too late. It was already past him and into the net. There's little he could do. Revolution looking for maybe a goal to seal the deal here. In front. Oh no, and CJ Calves scores on his own net. That will be considered Revolution's goal, but we all know really who scored this one. It was CJ, the captain of RWU. RWU now, with this, it feels like it's hopeless now in Game 4. We have to go to Game 5, and we might see a reverse sweep here from RWU. Tab up. Tab. We'll score it, though. This game's not exactly over yet. RWU trying to get some kickoff shenanigans going in their favor. Let's look at how fast Tab up is up for this one. Nate Dash had the better angle on the defensive side, but Tab was just a little bit faster. He used all his boost to get it, too. And RWU, with 5 seconds remaining, can they keep the ball alive? An intentional lost kickoff. Revolution trying to drop it here, and he will. It is Distinct Savants win. And now we see Tab leaving. Maybe he'll be getting a card change as well. Distinct Savants, 1 game away from a reverse sweep. That 1 game is going to be very difficult. Game 5s are really when that stress comes in. Really when the moments feel so great, so powerful. Winner of this next game will stay alive, and think about the kind of all the pressure that's on these players. Yeah. And this is only the lower round of 4. They still have round 5, and that's going to be... Whoever wins it still has round 5, and that itself will not be very easy. We're ready for Game 5. The Savants, though, we're waiting on Revolution to ready up, but he might be using all the time possible just to give Savants time to make a game plan. They went down early in Game 4 to a CJ goal, then they got back. And it started really from me. And everybody got a goal as well. I just noticed that. Everybody on that team got a goal. RWU is ready. Distinct Savants are ready. It's Game 5. Do or die. Last chance for both teams. Savants, they've been asking for this chance all series long, and now they get it. For RWU, they've had it since Game 3, but have not been able to close out this series. Pyrie, they'll be set under 1, trying to get the bump on Revolution. Game 5 is when you really, I think, are going to see a lot of solo plays from these teams. But it won't be the solo plays that will win it, I don't think. It'll be those team plays. It'll be where you can find a teammate and get the play going. And you can see Savants already trying to do that themselves with an infield pass. Revolution. Getting himself to the corner. DJ's challenge will beat out Revolution. And he knows that. That's why he jumped out so early. Just to make sure that the ball didn't pitch its way in front. Savants. The strong performances in Games 3 and 4. They won Game 3 on a 0-second goal. They took Game 4 in the last seconds. And every single game has taken at least 1.5 minutes to get that first goal. This game might follow the same pattern. So in front, Revolution. She gets just 1 touch out, and now CJ to collect. CJ looking for a passing field for RWU. Up and down, it's tapped to score. We got an early goal this game. As at the moment that RWU need it, in Game 5, with no chances left, this is when they need to pull out all stops. And a shot down under the crossbar. RWU take the lead, but they did this in Game 4, but they lost that lead to Savants. Now they need to find a way to hold it. Revolution trying to pass to himself, and that is looking somewhat open. As you can see him and Nate Dash going up. MAAD's shot, it's strong, but saved by CJ on the line. Everybody from Savants pushed up, and Pyrie will score. Savants, this is no time to over-aggress. They've put everybody up for the demo plays or the shots. And when that play didn't result in a goal, that's going to be RWU to score back. Savants playing aggressive when they didn't need to. And now it's a worry for Savants. 2 goals down. But it would take a very monumental effort to get themselves back. Just getting 1 goal will prove to be a lot of effort. But getting 2, that could seem very difficult, especially when they're down already by this amount. Revolution. Flick. Nate Desch trying to follow, but Pyre clears it away. RWU, all they need to do now is waste out time. They're leading by 2. They have some insurance. They have a good lead that they built for themselves. All they need to do is make sure that they hold this lead. Easier said than done. We're now able to do it in Game 4, but that was with a 1-goal lead. Now in Game 5, they have 1 extra goal to add to that. It should make it a little easier for them. Savants, they're not letting up anytime soon. Pyre up. But this one saves on the line by Maddie. Revolution keeps it going for Nate Desch. Nate Desch. And he's going to try to get a shot himself off the back wall. Maddie jumping in. He will collect. CJ's awkward. I saw a lot of the players here from the Savants. And once again, 2 players overcommitting. Now they sit back. CJ, this shot is good. Revolution just going to stay there. Make sure he gets the save out. Revolution doesn't make this, but Nate Desch does make the clear. Tab. Revolution to dunk him, but he's waiting back for Pyre, and that was the wrong decision to make. RWU score again, now leading 3-0. They're trying to shut out this game as quickly as possible. And they were able to hold Savants to 0 goals in both the games they won. Savants now have to make a 3-goal comeback with less than half the game remaining. RWU have been playing significantly well, and significantly better than their last games. And you can see it here, especially from Pyre. Huge step up. We talked about how he was instrumental to their wins in games 1 and 2. Well, now he's got his 3rd goal. Pyre, he's not afraid to go for those solo plays, but he's also not afraid to go for so many challenges that might otherwise seem like a bad idea. Remember, this is just to stay alive. Whoever wins this, they won't be going into Stage 2 just yet. They have 1 more match to go. This one rolls up. CJ down to himself, but Nate Desch is there. Savants is trying to see if they can get a goal. Any goal. Maybe a little bit of hope left for them. Revolution. This one's past Tab. Pinch. Oh, he almost gets through Pyre, but Pyre read it. And he jumped in the way. Maddie now on his own, but CJ dunks him. And Savants, it just feels like that pressure, that hope that they had is now starting to funnel its way down to nothing. RWU have a stronghold in this game. But they were so close to making that reverse sweep. They're still close here. They can still get their way back, but with so little time remaining, the hope next to nothing here for Distinct Savants. 3 losses and you're out, and both these teams are on that kind of wire of being eliminated. They're on the chopping block. Only one of them can survive. RWU making a very strong case that it will be them. As Pyre doesn't make the touch he wants, and Revolution is there to hit it off the corner and try to see if they can get a goal here. Just anything that's kind of anything to take away from this game. Maddie back to Revolution. Revolution out to Nate Desch. Nate Desch towards the net. Tab is there. Tab will clear. RWU keeping this one shutout for now. But the question is if it will last that way. Nate Desch saved to the line by CJ. That ball was halfway in the goal. And CJ keeping it a shutout. By now, RWU have definitely secured their win. But now they're trying to see if they can let out no goals. But Maddie will answer here. Distinct Savants do score 1 late in Game 5. But is it too little too late? I would say it is. 22 seconds remaining. How in the world do you get a goal every 7 seconds? Really, it will rely on a lot on the kickoffs. Especially on being able to get goals quickly off the kickoff. Maddie down to Nate Desch. Nate Desch by himself. Gonna see if he can get a goal, but CJ's there to save. And they had to score that opportunity. If they wanted any sort of hope. The Distinct Savants, now it's over. RWU will survive and go on to round 5. Fending off a reverse sweep in the process. Pyre scores again. MVP level performance in Game 5, MVP level performance in the whole series from Pyre. And his efforts alongside CJ and Tabs are what keep Roger Williams University in the Invitational. I don't leave yet. We do have a planned interview coming with RWU as well after this. But what a series. They take it in Game 5. It was close. It really was, but ultimately they were able to get that win. And distinct Savants are out of the running. We'll be getting ourselves again an interview coming up very soon. As Pyre coming in with the follow. Welcome to Sporty Stream, Pyre. That's what you're saying about my 300 points. I wasn't saying anything about your 300 points. Did someone else talk about your 300 points? Galaxy? But anyways, what a series. Again, we'll go to a quick break. We'll be right back with that interview. Welcome back to the Sporty Stream, everybody. And guess what? CJ is here. Hello, CJ Goncalves. That's how I pronounce
How
it,
we
right?
doing, guys? Yep, that's perfect.
Cool, because I definitely should be able to pronounce names somewhat well, especially names like that. But anyways, well, congratulations on your win, though. It did go to Game 5. How are you feeling? I know we were talking a little bit beforehand, and you said you were feeling stressed, but you always felt stressed. Is there any other emotions you want to attach to that series?
Well, so we came out strong with the first two wins. Lost two at the end. We took it to Game 5, and that's always stressful for anybody. But we just gotta, we play our game. We stay strong. Came out to win 5, and that's.
Yeah, it makes sense, of course. And again, we're gonna talk about those two games. So almost reverse sweep. And I don't know who's the kind of the vocal coach of the vocal leader of the team. Who's the vocal leader of the team?
Yeah,
Actually,
I'll give credit to Pyre, Kyle. He always keeps us
Pyre.
in check.
Oh, it's Pyre.
Yeah. I say Pyre. I could be wrong on that, but
I call him Pyre. But anyways, about him.
Yeah. He's always keeping us in check. Great comms. I mean, I tend to be a little more quiet when I play, but he encourages me to speak up. Tell me, talk about where I am on the field, going for shots, cutting, yada yada. But
Yeah.
I mean, all the credit goes to him.
Of course. And what specifically did he tell your team before Game 5? Because he had an absolutely MVP performance there in Game 5. Scored 4 goals and was one of the big reasons your team was able to take the series in the end. What was it that kind of changed between Games 4 and 5? What was it? Was it a mentality change? Was it a playstyle change? What changed in between those games?
I did tell him to I was noticing a little more cutting between the teams, so I just mentioned to him like let's play your game, don't cut as much, and whatever you feel confident, hit it. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, he didn't feel anything all game. He was killing it. Four goals, right?
Yes, in the last
Phenomenal.
game he had 4 goals, and that's
Yeah.
only the last game. In the first 2 games, he was scoring pretty heavily as well. But
Yeah, we did discuss before the games that like I'd be standing a little more farther back, playing a nice third man. Kyle's got these ridiculous shots on deck. I mean, the air dribbling game was a 2 or 3 was ridiculous. I mean, that was
yeah,
a
of
big
course.
awesome.
I'm happy that you excited. You know, obviously now that you've made it through, going into round 5, this does not end your run. Your win over Savants. Are there any teams you're looking at in that round 4 high matches? I know I could mention to them, Aura, Deity, Eevee Phoenix, OK Twiz, and Mythic. Are there any teams in there that you're looking forward to playing against? Are there any teams that you want to mention about specifically?
So I
If you do play them in the next round.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly I'm hoping to play whoever. I love competition. I've always been a very competitive kid growing up. I haven't looked into exactly like the teams in depth too often, but I mean, whoever our opponents is, I wish them the best of luck. You know, hopefully we'll. Yeah, I mean, we're always looking to win, but you know, I love a good series every so often. You know.
Yeah, hey, you know what? We got a good series here. At least for viewers, we got a good series. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if it was the best series you could have had, because I know I've talked to a lot of players, they hate Game 5. But I love it here on the stream. But I mean, you came up clutch in the end with that win. Is there anything you want to say about about Roger Williams University? I know obviously that's the RWU in the name. Is there anything you want to say about that university specifically?
Oh yeah, we got about 180 members of the esports club here. We got a plethora of games. So I mean, I mainly focus on Rocket League because I'm not much of a I don't get out there too often. But you got like League of Legends, pretty much anything you could think of other than like Call of Duty. We have a team for.
Nice.
We have an awesome organization here. Like I was mentioning earlier, I think they set this off, but you got a beautiful room, the esports lab. It's got like I think 22 high-end computers. I mean, especially for me, somebody who's on console mainly, it's a big step up playing games here. You know, obviously the frames, but I mean, overall, it's you know, if you're looking to you know, come to Roger Williams, play Rocket League, you know, you let me know. I'll sit you in nicely.
And I am in high school, so I am looking for colleges. But you know, I might take you up on that offer. Who knows? But anyways. But anyways, have an amazing evening. Congratulations on your win. You do move to round 5. Maybe we'll even see that match coming up very soon, later on this week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Good
Are you
luck.
gonna be there?
For the game 5, round 5. It depends what time it is.
Let me know. Let me know. All right, thank you, man. I really appreciate the interview.
Of course. Have an amazing evening.
You too, man.
And that one will end off that. That's the end of the third out of the third match. We have one more scheduled though. I went to the wrong screen. There we go. One more scheduled. It's Flow State versus Wash Champs. And this will come very soon. It's going to take us, though. We're going to need another long break before we get there, so... sorry, everybody, but we are going to have to wait for that series to come. But... while it's happening, you get to listen to a ticking clock. I don't know if you like that. A lot of people say it makes them feel very on edge, that ticking clock, so... you can go do that. You can go watch that. I don't really mind. But again, this next match will come up very soon. It will be Flow State versus Wash Champs. I'll see you all very soon. This match is scheduled to start in 45 minutes, but make sure to be here very soon because this series will be starting this series will be exciting. It's gonna have a lot of action, and it's also gonna feature Nation, one of the owners of the Blackline Championship Series. Yeah, if any of you have anything to say, let me know, and I'll definitely try to respond to as many messages as possible. By the way, if you want to keep interacting, I'm still here. I'm just going to be eating as well. I'm going to have some dinner, because I haven't had that yet. This is some time to do that while we wait for our next series. Oh, looky here. Falcons is now rated again. Hello, Falcons, with a rate of 10. My goodness. By the way, everybody, jumping in. Unfortunately, you just came after an incredible series. An incredible series. Our third series tonight, RWU versus Distinct Savants, went to Game 5. It's currently at about 10:45 p.m. Eastern. In about 45 minutes, we'll have a match between Flow State and Wash Champs, but... So sadly, you will have to wait a little bit, but... While it's happening again, thank you for the raid, Falcons. If you guys do want to say something, let me know. I am still going to be here. I'm going to be sitting around. I'll answer as many questions as possible. Just make sure to ask them. I am here for that. Again, this Flow State versus Wash Champs. By the way, Wash Champs is the team that has Nation on it, so if you guys do want to see how one of the owners of the Blackline Championship Series plays, well, you've got your time here. You'll be with Nation. Alright then, Falcons. We'll see how Nation plays. He's on Wash Champs, by the way. Hey there, I see you, Wall. How are you doing? Our next match is gonna come up very soon, though. But you're gonna have to wait a while for it. This next match is Flow State versus Wash Champs. You will recognize Wash Champs because that's the team that Nation is actually leading. Their series will start in 30 minutes. Our pre-show will be starting in about 20. But you're gonna have to wait for it, sadly, before the series actually does go on. But if you want to chat with me, I'm always here for it. Just make sure to send us some messages in that Twitch chat, and I'll react to them. Oh yeah, I heard about the monitor thing. Heard about the whole fundraiser. You know, I love people sometimes. I love how kind some people are sometimes. Just waiting for that monitor. I get it. I'm waiting for whenever your team actually schedules their next match, because I might jump on top of that one. I'm gonna try my hardest at least. I have a feeling the mainstream might pick it up before I do. I would love to do your next match. Probably Thursday. Well, that might be an issue, because I think no, it won't be an issue. Actually, no, there is an issue on Thursday, depending on what time it is, actually. I mean, it's not a big deal if I don't get it. There's always next week, but... And also, there's always scrims and stuff, if you ever want me to do scrims. I could always do scrims and show matches. I'm always up to that. Although, I'm sure that most teams don't like doing show matches, so... It's really up to personal preference. But, you know, if it's probably Thursday, maybe I get it then. Maybe I pick up your Thursday match. If, we'll see though, we'll see. By the way, Wall, have you seen my new schedule? Online. My new, like, schedule that I posted? It's in my link tree. You like it? You like the look of the new schedule? You can always go on Twitter and ask. I mean, if you want to do show matches, it's literally up to the teams. I do not want to force you to do show matches. To be fair, the only show match I'm trying to force is Ignition Academy versus Radiance Gold, because I want to see that show match. I want to see that show match so badly. But other than that, no. I mean, it's literally up to you. If you want to do a show match, just, you know, ping me, let me know, and I can jump on and commentate it. But literally, it's all up to you and your team, and if they're ready for it, and if they're up to it, and if the opponents are up to it, and if you got two teams that are like happy. Of course, there's absolutely no need to do show matches on my stream. What your org has done for me has been absolutely incredible. So, yeah, again, I don't ask anything of you guys. Just, you know, I'm always here. I'm always here to commentate matches. If not, you'll check it out. Yeah, go for it. It actually looks really nice. Let me know if there's anything you would want to add to it. It's on my Twitter. It's in my link tree. You should definitely check it out. It's really nice. It's like so helpful as well. In my link tree, it'll help me organize things. It'll help everybody else organize things. It's just a nice overall thing to do. Looks good. Thanks, Wall. Thanks a lot. By the way, next series coming up is actually going to feature Nation, so he's on Wash Champs, by the way. Falcons joined in earlier and then said he didn't want to get fired, so he was supporting Wash Champs. Makes it easy to know if you're available. That's why I made it, actually. Actually, I made it for two reasons. One, so I can organize things, because I do have so many different leagues I'm in right now. And two, for other people to know when I'm going on it when I'm not. It's rigged. Hey, I'm still unbiased. I don't really mind who wins. I'm excited for this series. It's gonna come up very soon. It'll start. Again, the pre-show starts in like 15 minutes from now. So, again, sorry to anybody who has to wait for that, but Here's the thing, just go, like, do something else for, like, 15 minutes, and make sure you come back in time. Yeah, sadly, there's no way I can speed this up. Just kind of here waiting. I am really happy. It is a Premier Series match of the Blackline, so it's a Blackline Premier Series. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really, really fun, because it's going to be super high level, super exciting. TikTok. There you go. The clock does... A lot of people say the clock is just super, super obnoxious. Shower time for Galaxy Wolf. Okay, then. Well, you don't have to tell me. Go do whatever you have to do, man. I'm not here to dictate anything. You like the clock? Okay, you're like the first person to ever say that. I'm the... Beforehand, a lot of people say, oh, they really don't like the clock because it's super nerve-wracking. Because it is. It's kind of a stressful thing. I think it's nice because it kind of matches the ticking, especially when we get to that countdown timer. I think that's when the clock's really, really fun. Because it's a countdown timer. And yeah, there was a couple different clock noises I could have used. I just decided to use this one because I liked it the most. It was slow, but it was not too slow. It was kind of menacing. I'm happy that you liked it. I don't know if you're like doing this just to make you like blush or something. Because so far you've been like happy about everything I'm doing. You're gonna be recording our comms. I have no problem with that, Nation. Go do that, man. Go record your comms. That's completely up to you. You're not like, as long as you're not like cheating, and obviously you wouldn't be cheating. You're the owner. Yeah, you're fine then. You can record your own comms, Nation, if you want to. I'm just here talking with Wall. But it's nice to see you as well, Nation. Yeah, if you want to record your comms, go do it. As long as you're not like creating issues for other people, which you are not. It's you who you're creating issues to because you're recording. Yeah, you're fine, man. Go record comms. If you want to post that on Twitter, go for it. I have no problem. You know what? Maybe I found my match here. It should be Ignition versus Wash Champs. Win your game this week. I know, seriously, I think I found the series. I think it should be Wash Champs versus Ignition. You two are actually in the same in the same division as well. Wall's guaranteeing the sweep. Alright then, Wall. That's what I call confidence. That is like pure confidence. I was gonna say, you two are in the same group, so... You know what? Whenever you have your series, you better make sure I'm the one who's commentating it, alright? Please. I should add a please to it. Please let me commentate it, alright? It would be the absolute best series ever. I would love to commentate it. You play week 6. Oh, that's a while from now. Well, Wall's now coming out okay, Wall. Wall's like making really strong predictions here on his next match. No, he does not. Nation runs Blackline. He is not in Skyward Series. Yeah, the thing about it is, also if Nation was to be in Skyward Series, it'd probably be too much work for him. He also puts in a ton of work for Blackline. Seriously, I would be surprised if he was in other leagues. It's just so difficult. Best team you ever created, Nation? Ooh, I'm now excited. I'm really excited now. I'm now excited. Nice one. Nice English, me. I'm really excited now. You run 2 leagues and you admin another. See, Nation is like putting in so much work. He's making me feel like I don't do enough work. I'm the one who's commentating 4 matches, who was supposed to commentate 4 matches tonight and only got 3. But no, Nation does a lot of work. He's amazing. Getting BLCS fantasy. I'd probably not be a part of the fantasy draft, but I would love to see people do it. Ooh, next week is fantasy draft. Ooh, I love it. Yeah, you totally could, Galaxy. You just need to jump into the server, Get a team to sign up with. If you're in the server, Galaxy, I believe you would be, right? Especially if you're asking. But yeah, you could totally join. You'd totally be eligible. You'd be, I think, in one of the academy divisions, but yeah, you could totally do it. It's super nice as well. Seriously, big supports to how Blackline's run. It's a really fun league. Yeah, registration is closed wall, but yeah, they could join the next season. Ooh, we got another tournament coming in. Those quals start in December, right after the fall one that we're having right now. That's fun. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm already liking the current qualification system. I mean, I'm liking getting those matches with some really amazing teams, really amazing people. I'm interested in the spring version. We're gonna get a couple more fans as well. Imagine still being in quals. I mean, you're still in quals, Wall. You're definitely still in quals. You're in stage 2. Yeah, I think, yeah, Nation and I had the exact same thought. Well, you are still in quals, my friend. You're in the second stage of the quals, but you're still in quals. You still need to be in the top 8, which is gonna be quite impressive if for any team that can make it. But you did make it out of stage 1 3-0, so you have like the best chance to make it. Imagine being in whatever you're in. It's called stage 1, Wall. Called stage 1. Couldn't be me. Well, you know, don't curse yourself. Don't curse yourself. Well, that sucks, Galaxy. Well, you know, man, don't force yourself to do anything that you may not be able to do. Oh, top 16. Oh, there's 16. 16 teams are in the event. Oh, so there's 8 teams waiting in the main event, Nation. So there's 8 teams auto-qualified for the main event. There's going to be 8 teams in the main event who are invited, and 8 teams from stage 2. That's really fun. Unless stage 2 is actually like, it's not part of the main event, it's still quals, so. That's going to be fun, 8 and 8. 2 pools of 16. I bet make it from both. No one's invited. Oh. So wait, stage 2 is considered part, like part of the main event. And you're confusing me. Top 16? If stage 2 is only 16 teams, right? And it's not 2 groups, it's still 16 teams, so. I guess stage 2 is kind of like part of the main event. I'm very interested. But again, I'll be commentating, I hope to be commentating a lot of that. Because stage 2 looks like it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Alright, we're warming up. Yeah, see you too, Nation. Good luck in your match. Which will come up very soon. I'm going to take a quick break so I can make sure I eat a little bit more, but if you guys want to say anything, I'm still here. Hello again, everybody. One more series tonight. One more series. That's what I'm going to be telling myself as soon as I go to sleep. Because it's been a long, long night. But again, one more series. It's a good one too. It's a high-level matchup between two teams that I'm really interested to see. This was the first series I accepted whenever I was getting matches for today. And there's a reason why I have Flow State versus Washed Champs. And you'll see why soon. Well, actually, you already know why. It's because Nation's playing. You have to get Nation in here as well, right? One of the co-owners of the Blackline Championship Series, where this match is taking place, is here. So he's leading his Wash Champs team. We heard him in the comments before the series. He said he is feeling the most confident he's ever been on any Blackline Championship Series team ever. Actually, that could definitely put a little bit of fear in the Flow State team. They're still gonna play tonight. They're still gonna show up and do what they do best, which is look for wins, get wins. But let's talk about the series we had today. MAAD beat Sloth Brigade 3-0. You're throwing Moonstone won against Sloth Elite in a forfeit win. Distinct Savants and RWU Esports went to Game 5, but RWU were able to stave off a reverse sweep. And now Flow State versus Wash Champs. Massive series here. Implications for the start of their season for both of them. And a prediction poll will be coming out soon, I promise. I don't know how many of you actually like betting, but you will be given a chance to bet on who you think will win. I also need to get the info out to both teams. I think I actually might fall out of my chair. Let me move my chair so I don't fall. There we go. Now I won't fall over. Let me just send them the info. They might want to jump in now. There we go. The Asian team is stacked, by the way. Yeah, they are. They're in the Premier Division. It's a strong team here that Nation has. He did say he was confident in his team. Oh, it's here. Anyways, I see a lot of the staff members of Blackline are like, yo, I want to join. I want to watch the series. So we're going to get some Blackline Championship Series staff members in here. That's going to be fun. Let's get a prediction poll going. How do you think we'll win? Do you think it will be Low State or Washed Champs? Which, we'll say, Washed Champs probably the most relatable team name I've ever had on my stream. That is literally what I am right now. I am a literal champ level player, and I am washed. I don't play this game anymore. Anyways, series will be coming up very soon. But I'm excited for this series. There's a lot that could be on the line here. Yeah, well, Nation's got a strong team. We do have some predictions coming through. Let's see who predicted for what. Ooh, we got some heavy predictions here for one of these teams. My goodness. Anyways, we got this series going again. It's the Premier Division. It's Division 2. It's the second highest division. Just below that is the Masters Division, which is the coveted top ranking teams of the Blackline Championship Series. These teams just below that, they're trying to see if they can get a berth into that Masters Division. Again, we are still waiting for both teams to join the lobby, but they will be. I'm excited for the series to come. And I mean, it's fun. It's the last match of the night. It's been a long stream for me, but I've been holding up very well. I think at least I've been holding up very well. Haven't gotten too tired. Although I will definitely get tired later tonight when I do go to sleep, eventually. Yeah, we're just waiting for the teams to join. They have a good couple minutes to do it, so... I know a lot of the teams here don't like to join until right at the start time, so we are waiting for that. Again, while it's happening, put your votes in for who you think will win this in the entirety of the series. And you know, if your vote is wrong, you do lose all your points, sadly. But people like taking risks on the channel, especially since these votes happen so often, so... Hey, feel free to play a little risky, I don't mind it. It's fun for my stream. Oh, there they are. There's Nation, Fours, and Monk. And on the other side for Flow State, should be the roster of Matt, Key, and Sire. Hello, Zevahex. Up, and EJ now's pinged Nation on the Discord saying he wants to roast him, so EJ's gonna be jumping in, I think, and he's gonna be finding his best roasts. And you know, there's EJ. Hello, EJ. I heard, you know, I saw your ping there. Hey, feel free to roast Nation. I don't mind. I mean, within reason. Let's not get too far. But I don't mind if you want to roast Nation. And by the fact that Nation seems a bit nervous, you must be pretty good at it, or you just do it enough times that he gets annoyed of you. Either or, I guess. Maybe both. Actually, probably both. We are just waiting for Flow State to join. We got a message from Matt, so they should be joining at the start time. So we'll just be waiting for him. Asians about... Okay, by the way, is your name Pyre or Pyre? I called it Pyre last series, but your captain called it Pyre. What's your name there? I know because I called you Pyre last series because you had 3 E's. Please tell me I'm... Pyre. Dang it, I got it wrong. I'm so sorry, Pyre. I literally pronounced your name incorrectly for the entirety of the series. Please forgive me. Anyways, other than that, we do have Wash Champs joining in. It's all good. I used to be with Milk. What? Used to be with Milk? Was that like another new teammates was Milk? Interesting, interesting there, I must say. Monk is good anyways. Hey, there's the message from Flow State as well. They're joining. They got Monk. They got Matt. They got Sire. It is Sire, right? As well? I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Correct me if I'm saying anything wrong. You played on MBG Milk and MBG Nova. Oh, they called their team. Oh, it's Melon Patch. Melon Patch is a good org. Anyways, let's get ourselves into the series. It's a best of 5. The last series of the night. It's a late night match. But still, for the Black Line Championship Series, one team will come out as the winners. Here we go. Starting on Manfield Knights. And yes, that is correct. Flow State are the blue Wash Champs. They'll be representing the orange. Let's get ourselves going as well. Game 1 underway. And this is some of the best of the Black Line Championship Series out for week 1. As right now, an early start here, trying to get some pressure. You saw the passing plays coming out from the Wash Champs team, with Nation getting involved kind of at the pinnacle of it with the major passing field, but didn't work now. 4 is off the back wall. Sire to save. Nation still up for it. This one tucked in front. Key is able to get that one away. Monk. And pressure here. Building Monk with a ceiling shot and through. Oh boy. An early start for the Wash Champs as Monk goes for the ceiling shot. And look at that one. Gets under the ball. Keeps it up high. And tucks it under the crossbar. An early start for the Wash Champs team. One that they're going to love and the one that they're going to hope to keep. Going further into this series. Matt cleared away, but Monk is waiting. Monk cleared it back, but Sire is there. Right now, we haven't really seen what this Flow State team is going to do because so far, their opponents have been controlling a lot of the pace. We'll see what they have now. Starting now, Sire. Good away, but Monk off the side wall. Looking for 2 touches, can't get it. Matt off the back wall. Good away by Fours. And chasing it down is Fours, but he has nothing. He's going to allow Monk to come on through there and get that touch. Offense now instated for Watch Champs, and they converted on it immediately. It's Nation to get a goal. And Flow State currently find themselves down by 2 in a very quick amount of time. Just past the first minute mark in game 1. We're seeing Flow State kind of getting pushed back here. It just feels like they haven't really blossomed in their series yet. It feels like they haven't really woken up. On the other side, Watch Champs definitely have done their work. They definitely are a strong team. Again, Nation said, confident in his team ability. And having that confidence in your teammates will definitely matter a lot, but you don't really need to worry about who your teammate is on that play. With a mistake off the back wall, Monk's going to score again. Sorry, scores for... Yeah, he will score again, actually. And as Key misses that one off the back wall. Watch Champs out to an early lead here. A scary team indeed. They haven't scored yet, and sure, it's only been about a minute and a half, but for the Watch Champs team, they've scored 3 times already. The defense of Flow State definitely not up to scratch with what their opponents are bringing to them. Fours. And for the back wall, but Matt's there to clear. Sire keeping it up, but Nation jumping on it immediately. And all it takes is one really strong challenge from Watch Champs, and the offense is already back to them. Flow State haven't had enough pressure on that midfield, and you can see it starting to burn down their boost. Here you go. Key now, taking it the other way, in front, but Matt can't beat out Fours. Sire towards the net. Nation is there, and sorry, Monk is there, and he'll save. Monk across, and Fours was definitely the intended target there, but because Nation was so aggressive on that play, Fours didn't feel like it was necessary for him to go for it. It's never a bad idea sometimes to play defensive like that, especially on offense when you are going in for a risky challenge like that as the last player back. This one from Matt. Shot is good. It's off the crossbar and out. Sire now can't make contact. Still trying to find a way, but Fours will clear. A lot of questions. I definitely had a lot of questions on Nation, and he's really shown up on a lot of them. But what really surprised me is Monk. Monk's ability. He scored 2 goals. He's got 3 shots. He's not been missing too many of his situations. And it does feel for Watch Champs. While they don't have everything connecting perfectly, they are still playing extremely solid. But saying that, Key, this shot will be saved by Monk. Monk has no boost, and he wants to go for it himself. This one pinched back. Nation jumping for it. Will hit it to the corner. Fours. Off the ceiling. No follow through yet. Key looking for a second touch, in fact. Was hitting off that side wall to prepare himself for a second touch. But that was read by the Watch Champs team. Sire trying to get some offense for the Flow State. And Flow State does kind of generally mean like kind of a state of calmness. They're just feeling good, but right now, and it's anything but for them. They're feeling pressure here with Watch Champs just continually bombarding their net, and they're not bombarding them with shots as most teams do. They're bombarding them with their ability to win challenges and to transition very quickly. For Watch Champs, it doesn't take a lot for them to get offense. Still having to play some pretty solid game. Nation, though, finds the open net, and he'll put it through. Nation caught that one from a mile away from it, but he still tucks it in. And his shot had to be perfect. Matt was closing in on that angle. If it was any more to the right of that net, to the right of that post, that would have been a save. Had to be a perfect shot, and Nation delivered with his second goal of the game. He towards the net. Monk's happy that one's missed. Matt off the crossbar, and he'll follow it up himself. Flow State get one late in game 1. And even if they don't get back in this game, this will be great for their confidence boosting. Even if it is a bit fortunate there from Matt. That's why you follow through with your shots. That's why you stay on offense. Because sometimes strange things can happen. Especially to those who play bold and take those chances. Off the kickoff, Sire one-on-one with Nation. But Nation jumps over the challenge. Fours. The key is there. Nation Gonna clear it away, but Monk's waiting back. Key off the back wall. Infield for Sire. Saved away by Monk. Extremely strong performance from Monk. He's getting himself involved on offense, on defense, in the midfield. Wherever the Wash Champs team needs a strong player, Monk's the one to do it for them. But the big thing I've been surprised with this Wash Champs team is their transition. Again, it doesn't take them a lot to move to offense, and they do it so efficiently, so fluidly. In some ways, you feel like these might be the team that's in flow state. As Forrest now makes it 5-1 in Game 1. With his first goal of the series, flow state needs to find a way to come back. Because right now, Wash Champs are the ones in control. And they do it by transitioning extremely well. And they don't take too many risks either for Wash Champs. So many teams when they try to transition, they take a huge risk. They put someone extremely aggressive upfield, hoping that the play will resolve in them, but they don't. They don't play that aggressive. Instead, they just kind of play their game. They know how it works. They definitely connect with a lot of passes. And that chemistry there is surprisingly strong. That's Game 1 for them. And now on to Game 2. Wash Champs have a 1-0 series advantage. Let's see if they can extend that. And so far, every single series we've been in, the team that has won the first game has also been able to win the second game. So we'll see if that trend continues. That day trend, I should say. As Flow State look to find a way to bounce back. For Wash Champs, for them, I think it's just doing the same thing. Just making sure they don't make too many mistakes. They continue to and they continue to transition to well on this Flow State team, who has to recover very quickly. Monk, straight upfield. Matt's waiting. Matt's going to put this one off the back wall. Nation knows there's no one on him, and he'll drop this one down. Monk, cross his own nets. Four is to clear. Even if it does look a bit scary here for the Wash Champs, they still get the ball out with some amazing passing plays on defense. This one up to Fours, looking for a tap down to Nation. But Fours' pass was not as strong as he wanted it to be. He wanted that one to bounce its way straight down. Instead, it kind of just caressed the ceiling. Didn't have enough power in it. Fours still on the ball. This one up. Nation to follow. No, Monk to follow on through. Fours 50-50s with him. Nation up, but so is Monk. Double commit for the Wash Champs team. They're going to have to reset to defense. Maybe getting a bit overconfident here in their ability. They still have a series to go, and they still have a game to play, and they're playing it so magnificently! And that is how you do it. That is a perfect passing play. Demo would play, but Monk is still there to get the pass down to Nation, and he puts in a shot off that post. Again, it's perfect passing, perfect shooting from Wash Champs. You really just don't see any errors from them either. Monk still chasing around. This one up. Key cannot beat out Fours. Fours will get the touch. And now that Wash Champs have got the early lead, they're trying to see if they can take Game 2 here in a very similar fashion to how they took Game 1. Being able to take advantage of these transitions, these passes, and their solo plays, their ability to not overcommit, not make too many mistakes when it came to rotations, and just play quality Rocket League. Fours. Looking down to Monk, and Monk is up for it. Took some time as well, tried to bait a challenge in. He was able to do so. Now, pass in front. Saved by Sire. Sire still up with it. And Fours is jumping for this one early. He's also cutting off Nation in the process. Nation was also jumping. Is Nation still waiting back? And you can see he's a little bit over-aggressive here. We'll look for a pass back to Fours, but that's only to Matt! Saved in the line by Fours. And now I'll clear the other way. This one's going to go in as well. Wash Champs. And that's an indicative of the transition. Straight from defense, right to offense. It's Monk to score. Right off of the save from Fours. Team comprised of Nation, Monk, and Fours. Showing up aggressively in this series. And Nation, this shot is saved by Key. Monk to follow it. That one's also saved by Key. Keeping it on the goal line. But Flow State, they need a goal, and they need it soon. Last game, their first goal came in that final 1 minute, and by that time, the game was already basically over. I don't want to be in that same situation again. Fours trying to change it up a little bit with some demos. Flow State need to try to disconnect this flow of this incredibly strong Wash Champs team. Monk up for it, but he misses Matt. This one pinched, still in mid. Monk off his own back wall. Shot from Sire is wide. Looking for a pass maybe, but no players there, and you can see the transition immediately here from the Wash Champs team. No problem pushing up aggressively. Monk. Clear to the side for fours, but Matt is waiting. And Monk, sitting back, will keep it close. Dribbles it away. All they need to do here for the Wash Champs team is just kind of let that time tick off the clock. On their side here. They're leading by 2. One more goal will put this game into an even tougher position. As Forrest has just gone for multiple demos, and that has left the field so open. There's so many holes that Monk can penetrate few. Look at this one. A fake under Sire as well. Monk with a stylish play. And if that isn't telling you just how confident, just how calm Wash Champs are, then honestly, I have no clue how you will ever find out. Monk, to clear it away. Forrest is there to follow. Forrest, and taking himself, trying to fake out Sire. Nation, onto the back wall. We know he can hit the 2-touch in front for Forrest. That's off the crossbar. Monk, still, it's gonna go in. And while 2 of these shots just barely missed the mark, Monks was the one that didn't, and Monks is the one that matters. He's able to squeeze that one in just by a little hair. And the shooting for Wash Champs, haven't really touched on it too much, but it's had to be perfect all series long. And honestly, it has been perfect. 4-0 in their favor. In front, Monk, now taking himself. Key is waiting, but doesn't read it. Monk, maybe a passing field. Nation's gonna jump up for it. It's not like it's just the air game here. For Wash Champs either. Their offense has just been well-rounded. Demos. Clears, they have midfield, they have transition. Although they are also getting scored on here. Their defense wasn't really showing up in that play as Monk went all the way back for boost, and Forrest waited in net. With no challenge on Matt, he's free to shoot wherever he wants, and in that position, it always favors the offensive player. Wash Champs, though, once again, I believe that's a second. I believe that the first goal in the first game also came at 45 seconds remaining. An odd coincidence, I must say. But for Flow State, still, it feels like it might be a bit too late. To clear it. And yeah, you know, I think it has. I think the first goal in last game for Flow State did come with the 45 seconds remaining. Kind of deja vu, honestly. But no, it's literally just a coincidence. Nation. Pinched away, Monk, putting it back, and you see Nation's getting boost, so it's going to take him a while to give a turn back to his position, but he does do it eventually. And right now, Flow State completely knocks off their Flow State by a Wash Champs team that is most definitely feeling the series. They're feeling great. They're playing great. They're holding possession. They're transitioning perfectly. There's really not much I can criticize Wash Champs on. Maybe a couple double commits, but those cleared up very quickly. And really a lot of reliance on Monk as well. He's shooting impeccably. A huge, I must mention, the lowest player on that leaderboard, Nation. Can't forget about him too. Been rounding out this team very well. And Wash Champs, one game away from potentially winning this series. It could be a very quick series tonight to end off the night. But they could win one more game. But to be fair, last time that happened was last series with RW. They took 2 games, but they almost got reverse swept by their opponents in distinct Savants. So, Wash Champs, this series is most definitely not over. Still gonna have to play quality Rocket League like they've done the last 2 games. I still need to see all 3 of those players continue to step up, because they've done so. They continue their play. They continue how they're playing. Flow State's gonna have a tough time competing. What I really want to see specifically is what happens with the Wash Champs whenever they go down in a game. They've never had to worry about that. They've always been up by at least 3 goals at any point in the game. No, sorry, they haven't been. They've always been up in a game, but especially whenever it comes to Flow State scoring, it's always been at least a 3-goal difference. I want to see what happens if Savants is able to score first. Obviously, that will require Savants indeed scoring first, and that in itself has been very tricky. Forrest 50s with Key. Forrest still on it. Key going for it himself. Monk's going to jump early. This one in front. Nation completely whiffs that one. But fortunately, there was no shot on the end of it, but potentially for Flow State, so fortunately for him, no chance for a goal there. Forrest in front, but it's just Matt there to win it. Monk is on the sidewall, and he's going to clear it. Cross field for Nation. Nation, this is where they get strong. Down to Forrest. Forrest to Monk. Monk to goal! What a play! Back and forth and back again. Monk to Nation to Forrest, back to Monk. And that is how you do it. And that's what's so scary about this Watch Champs team. Out of nowhere, they can string plays like this. They can make passes. And all of a sudden, your team, there's nothing you can do to answer it. And it's not like they're just doing it out of a fluke. They do it consistently. Another assist play. Nation to assist Monk. Monk now with the second goal. Nation with his first assist in this game. But they're not letting up. Watch Champs utilizing each other perfectly. And they're still holding so much pressure. Monk. Cleared away by Key. Back to Matt. That is open for him. If he can find a chance to shoot, but already on top of it is Nation. Nation gonna chase down this play on Sire. Sire, awkward, and Nation's gonna dunk him in front. Matt with the clear. You can see Sire immediately turning his head towards that one. Islands on Forrest, but Forrest still has this one. Down, potentially for Nation. Nation's used a lot in these plays. He's kind of the player that holds everything together, tied up those rotations. He's never the highest one on the leaderboard. He's never the player you'll ever focus on. Especially when it comes to like MVP status. Right now, that's definitely being won out by Monk. But my goodness, if he's not tying this team together so well. Every player on this Watch Champs team is doing a lot of work. And they're all complementing each other so perfectly. Forrest looking for a flick on Matt. Can't get it through. Here comes Monk. 50-50. He has no boost. Still looking for a pass in field. But Key is there to clear it. Nation will allow Forrest to make a touch, and Forrest now trying to get past Matt. For all the good things I talked about Watch Champs, they are still only leading by 2. But Monk, he's styling on him. And if that is not... Look at this. He's backwards. My goodness, Monk. A literal butt shot to go in. And Monk is feeling the confidence now. He is feeling status. He is just doing whatever he wants, and he's getting away with it as well. And that's just because of how strong he's been. And how strong his teammates have been. There's no one player to focus on, specifically. Oh, sure, you can talk all about you want about Monk. He wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the teammates that were around him. You could talk all about the assists from Nation, but he couldn't do this if there wasn't someone on the end of the shoot. You could talk about Ford as well, his saves, but he wouldn't be able to make them if his teammates weren't able to help relieve pressure. Nation, down to Monk, back to Nation potentially. Forrest jumps in, that's aggressive. And right now, this should be a goal for Flow State. 3-0, but they all miss. And Key at an open net, all 3 players are facing in front of it. And Flow State still unable to score. Nation chipping this one long. A flip reset as well. Trying to get an end on that one. Sire. Forrest with the dribble. Forrest under one. Almost past Key as well. Monk towards the net. That one's strong. He saves. Forrest keeps it up. Still. It's still Flow State under so much pressure. Watch Champs trying to end this series in a sweep. Nation to put this one long towards the net, and Matt just can't reach it. It was on the tips of that bumper from Matt. But this shot from Nation was just a little too powerful for him. Matt didn't have a lot of boost. You could see he was grabbing boost pass before he went for that jump. I was waiting as long as he could before he could make it, but still just not enough for him. And now it's a 4-0 lead for the Watch Champs team. Nation, not the touch he wanted. He on target. No, it's not. It's just off. I was expecting that one to be on net. Multiple opportunities for Flow State that they couldn't take advantage of. And right now, it's going to go the other way. Watch Champs trying just to secure this one in a sweep. Fours. Looking cross. Down. And look at this pass. Down domination. That pace there, that's like a bullet. But Matt will clear. And Matt will score. Flow State have been able to score at least once. Have been able to score once every single game. They lost the last game 4-1. I believe they lost the first game. They might have lost it 4 or 5-1. They've been able to score every single game. Credit to them. They've been able to keep themselves somewhat competitive. But somewhat is the only way I can really state it. Wash Champs are clearly the better team tonight. Flow State are having some real difficulties competing with them. Fours. This one in front for Nation, but he can't make touch. Sire to clear it. Key trying to hold possession, just gonna let the time tick away. Just like the timer that you had before this series started. My series is starting timer. It keeps ticking, but so will this timer, but it'll stop momentarily for this goal for Fours. Because once again, it's just more pressure for this team, this roster. Flow State just doesn't have an answer for it. And it's West. And it's Wash Champs to score. Almost every single goal has been from a transition. They don't get their goals from holding teams on their own defensive half. They get it by moving up aggressively and making counterattacks. Wash Champs with a 3-0 sweep. The perfect result they could have asked for. Against Flow State. No questions asked, they were the better team tonight. And you know, that's just kind of, and for Flow State, that's kind of how the cookie crumbles for them, unfortunately. Also, I do like the message to Shadow Ball, you're going to lose one channel point. Oh my goodness, the voting was so heavily in favor of Wash Champs that, you know what, at one point will be distributed equally, I think. What a series, really. That will end off the night. That'll end off the stream. That's it. That's the last series of the night, everybody. It's been an absolute blast of a night, I'll be honest. We do have someone that but we do have a raid going. I want to say thank you all so much for joining, though. Your team plays my team in week 8. Oh, that'll be fun. I'll definitely get a caster for that. Again, let's get a raid going. I know some of the raid. Thank you all so much. It's been a late night stream, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be supported by all of you. Shoutouts to all of you that stuck around for the entirety of this thing. And those who are sticking around even now, those who support the stream, the sportiest stream. Been a great night of Blackline Championship Series action. But for me, Studio C, it's been a great night. I've been enjoying all the series. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.